to receive. We've got some ACC football on a Thursday night. That's Claiborne from the 5. Just past the 20, just shy of the 25-yard line. And that's where we bring out the Demon Deacons and their quarterback, Mitch Griffis. And you had touched on it briefly in the open, Coach. Griffis, they love him in practice. They loved him coming into the season. He just hasn't gotten it to click yet this year.
Yeah, and that's the coaching staff said. They're trying to figure it out, the confidence, what's going on, how to get him back in that rhythm to see what they've seen on the practice field translate to game day. So it'll be interesting to see what calls they can do to get him some early confidence in this game.
The offense has struggled throughout the season. Last in scoring offense in the conference, just over 22 points a game. They rely heavily on the running backs. First play outside Keyshawn Williams. And he picks up a gain of 4. And look, that's one of those high percentage, get the guy going.
Love it. You love those calls. You know, if you're a quarterback right there, hey, you're going to take the snap, an easy throw, a completion. Get yourself into a nice rhythm in this game before you have to make the hard throws.
So officially a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. There's that slow mesh to Ellison, and a nice job by Justice Ellison moving the chains for Wake Forest after a gain of 10.
Yeah, and this the slow mesh is something that's very different. You see him, it makes the read very quickly right there, and that's what the coaches want to see with Griffis. A quick read, even on the slow mesh, a quick read to hand the ball off.
Michael Juergens, the new center tonight, with Luke Petitbone out with an injury, so even Wake Forest dealing with injuries. Here comes the pressure. Down goes Griffis. Terry Moore times that perfectly, and this Blue Devils defense among the best at allowing points, 15 points per game in the ACC, showing themselves early in a loss for 7.
And Moore's the safety. You see 23. Moore sneaking in from the safety position. The offensive line's identified all the linebackers up front. Here he comes, right in that A-gap, comes clean, makes the sack.
Very much a Mike Elko defense, among the best in the ACC and the country. Griffis has to pull it down. Another nice job. One of their leaders up front, Jamion Franklin, led the way in a gain of 2. The defensive line, the heart and soul for Duke. All starters returned. And that's where this unit leads the way for them, Coach.
And it'll be interesting. 3rd and long here. They're going to be conservative, or are they going to let Griffis throw the ball down the field early in the game?
Trips bottom of the screen, 3rd and 15. Griffis, time, has to move left, keeps his eyes downfield. He's just going to take it, get what he can, forced out of bounds by Dwayne Carter, the player they call Mr. Duke. And a gain of 6, and a good job by the Blue Devils defense forcing a punt.
And it's great getting off the field, but it was good. If you're Griffis coming off the field, you had a good completion, and they tried to get the ball. They were trying to take a shot down the field. Good coverage by that Duke secondary, but hopefully that'll build some confidence for Griffis that first series.
So Ivan Moore at a punt to Jalen Calhoun. He's going to fair catch it at the 20. And it's a big night. Coach, you never forget your first start, and that's where we get the youngster, the 3-star prospect, out of Gaffney, South Carolina, and Grayson Loftis in tonight for the injured Riley Leonard.
And he won a state title in high school, so he's played in big games, comfortable. You know what, and as a coach sometimes, early in a game, you love to max protect him and let him just take a shot down the field. Maybe throw a deep one early to get rid of some of the nerve.
We'll keep an eye on that offensive line. Jacob Monk, game time decision, he's playing. Graham Barton, left tackle, out. Brian Parker slides over. So first down for Loftis. Waters in the backfield. Quick out. Loftis overthrows an incomplete, intended for Calhoun. Tried to hit one of those Jays, Coach. Overthrew him. Kalen Carson.
Absolutely. You see the excitement. You see the excitement in him right here. This is a read option right here where he has the ability to throw an RPO, as you call it, run pass option. He saw soft coverage, and that's a good sign. Even though we overthrew him, he's excited with that throw that he's making that decision, ready to throw the ball.
It's a Duke offense that hasn't scored any points in the last 6 quarters, trying to get something going early here.
And this is not the situation you usually want to be in. And with your young quarterback making his first start, 3rd and long, you're going to have a play. You sit and you meet with him. What is your most confident play that he runs? And you're going to call that right now.
Movement. It was Jake Hornibrook.
False start. Offense. Number 73. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Second time in a row that Riley Johnson and his crew tonight. But they talked about that last week in Louisville. They got down 17-0, and anytime they tried to get back in the game, procedure penalties, bad penalties kept them off.
It was different linemen going right now. I think this changes your call a lot with the young quarterback. When you're 3rd and 8, you have a thing, and you let him pick the plays. Tell me what your favorite play is. I think you get into this third, much longer situation. I think you're going to see a real conservative play call here.
Play clock under 5. No rush to get the snap off. Loftis kept his eyes downfield. He just drops his legs and runs to get back to about 4th and 9 rather. Kevin Pointer brings him down. So it looked like they were going to call a ball play there for Loftis. Everybody was covered. He pulled it and ran.
They did. They took a shot. Both coaches feeling, getting those guys the opportunity early to go make plays down the field. Not real conservative with that in the drop back passing game situation.
Porter Wilson, he's been the punter here for the last 4 seasons. He'll kick it deep to Taylor Moore. Moore at the 25. He fair catches it. So a couple of punts. Punt of 54. Both offenses tried to feel themselves out early on. 10.5 left in the first. 0-0 here at Duke.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Good choice. My lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Here's your biggie bag. All that food for $5, that's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
You can always bet on Biggie and now earn free food when ordering on the Wendy's app.
It's not like the good old days.
It's not like the good old days.
It's not like the good
It's not like the good old days.
Stop parroting everything. Instead, drink a Red Bull and think for yourselves.
Since when do you dictate what we do?
Exactly. You're not the boss of us.
Power to the people!
Oh, well. Individuality often complicates things.
Red Bull gives you wings.
All right, guys. This entire season boils down to one word.
Bundle home and auto.
But that's 4 words.
Not if you bundle them.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Get iPhone 15 Pro with Titanium from Boost Infinite and transcend to a wireless utopia where you'll experience unparalleled coverage on America's smart network and save up to 40% on your monthly bill. Infinitely better.
Hey, corporate types, will you stop calling each other rock stars?
You're a rock star.
You are a rock star.
No one calling your coworkers rock stars.
Look, it's great that you use Workday to transform your business.
But it still doesn't make you a rock star.
So unless you work with an actual rock star.
Hi, I'm Oswald.
Hello, Oswald.
Pam, you are a rock star. I wasn't gonna say it.
Let me show you what goes on behind the scenes when making a Shaq-a-Roni.
Busted.
We created Shaq-a-Roni my way, an extra-large pizza topped with extra cheese and extra pepperoni. It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger. Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-Roni.
Back in '94, game day was coming to Lincoln. I wanted to give my buddy Art a shout out, so I devised an elaborate plan. I made a sign, and I changed the world forever.
Coaching relationship tonight between Dave Clawson, Wake Forest, Mike Elko, head coach of Duke, his second year. They've spent 12 years together, Elko on Clawson's staff.
Yeah, and they've done it at different schools. And that kind of shows the long-term relationship they have, how they've been together. And Elko was his guy for a long time at the different stops.
This play stops before it starts.
False start. Offense. Number 54. 5-yard penalty. First down.
You know, we talked about the familiarity between the two. It was kind of fun asking each other about stories about one another, but knowing the tendencies that each head coach has.
I think that's a big part of it. And they've changed, they've evolved offensively and defensively in their time apart, but you still know at critical moments of the game the favorite call that each other has, having gone against each other in practice for so long.
Wake playing behind the chains. Claiborne in for the first time on offense. They give Claiborne the ball. He cuts it up the middle, gets the penalty yardage back. And a gain of 7, tackled by Trey Freeman.
And Dave's talked about when he hired Elko as a young 23-year-old, this real young coach, and kind of helped mold his career and get him in this position.
Elko's something else. South Brunswick, New Jersey. He's got that northeast sarcastic as Griffis takes a shot over the middle. That is a good play for the Wake Forest offense and a first down. And that was Taylor Morin in a gain of 16.
And this is the slow read we talk about. You see him riding, creating the time and the decision to let routes get deeper downfield that other RPOs don't do.
Keyshawn Williams motions out of the backfield. That's Claiborne right up the middle. That's a couple of chunk plays for the Demon Deacons. Claiborne and another first down brought down by Jalen Stinson as we take a look at tonight's Impacts players presented by Whole Foods Market.
You know, in the Wake offense right now, it's going to be Taylor Morin. He's a guy right now they have got to get going. 19 career touchdown receptions. You want to get points, start scoring points again, get it to a guy that's put it in the end zone.
But already we've seen Griffis make a couple of big plays, Claiborne make a couple of big plays. This offense, they just haven't been in sync throughout the year. So this is at least a good confidence against a good defense and Duke.
And we're used to seeing this offense over the last couple of years put up almost 40 points a game. Been high-scoring type of offense. They've scored 21 or less in 5 straight games. But an early score can change the confidence of everybody inside.
They did so with Sam Hartman, a quarterback, set all kinds of records for Wake Forest, not only school, but conference records. And now another third down.
Definitely a 2-down situation right here. And you know, that always affects play callers. And one of the things Dave Clausen, a veteran coach, I mean, for so long, he's going to hit up Warren Girio, the offense coordinator, right now, and say, you got 2 plays right here to get the first down.
So 3rd and 4. Claiborne, left side. Claiborne space and a first down. Wake Forest drive continues. They found something on the ground with Devon Claiborne and a gain of 10 and a key block by Cameron Height there to spring the running back loose on 3rd down.
And great patience on the run by Claiborne. You see it in an outside zone play. Sees the seam, puts his foot in the ground, and gets upfield. The patience to let the blocking scheme develop was big. And you see he's frustrated. They didn't take it for more.
Already 34 yards on this drive. Griffis keeps it, takes a shot, has a receiver. Caught, 1st and goal, Demon Deacons, Keyshawn Williams, and a gain of 25. Coach, the big plays continue for Wake Forest.
And this is the difference. This is what their offense is. This is what the slow mesh, or as they call it, the hang and bang, gives you, is it lets the RPOs get deeper down the field to take those shots.
I mean, they wait and wait and wait, and then they'll give you the ball right up the middle. Does Wake Forest strike first? They do. Tate Corney, first appearance in the game, and a touchdown for the road team to get the scoring started.
That's the type of drive you want when you've struggled offensively, that you do it with explosive pass plays, efficiency, but more importantly, when you can run the ball, and that's the strength of this Duke defense, is their defensive front to run the ball on them. That's going to build a lot of confidence for everybody on that sideline.
How about that drive as Matthew Dennis on for the extra point? Eight plays, 76 yards, 3 minutes and 21 seconds. in an offense that has been last in scoring in the ACC. 4 plays of 10 yards or more. Wake Forest strikes first on the road. They lead Duke 7-0.
Olive Garden's Never-Ending Pasta Bowl is back, which means the never-ending pasta you crave is back. Starting it with our never-ending first course? Well, that's always been here. Never-ending Pasta Bowl starting at $13.99 for a limited time.
Welcome, Ann.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm sorry?
What?
The comedy of that.
Am I sweating? Yeah. Put your arms down.
Only on Hulu.
It's gonna be fun.
Learn how to drive.
Racist! Oh.
Quiz Lady. Rated R. Streaming only on Hulu.
Some people just know what road to take. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
The service road is faster.
Turn left.
Not happening.
He knows better than any GPS, and he'd point you in Allstate's direction.
Go all the way down the road past the big gray warehouse.
Take the next exit.
You're not from around here, so you don't know the back roads.
I don't want to be late for the party.
I'm gonna save us 5 minutes.
Some people just know what road to take.
You're on the fastest route.
Those are the people who know safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
On a Heartbreaking Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
So this is goodbye?
Tech's moving to a new conference.
So we're not rivals anymore? What about our history?
This realignment's bigger than us both, but here, I got you something to remember me by.
Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
0. Like the odds of you making the playoff. Gotta go.
I'll always hate you and your overrated school.
I'll hate yours too.
We're still gonna out-recruit you.
We have higher academic standards.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
One day you might realize you don't have to do things the way you've always done them.
Nope.
And that's when you know you're a member. Because when you're with Amex, it's never a question of if you're going to level up. It's when.
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
ESPN Thursday Night College Football is brought to you by Olive Garden. The never-ending Pasta Bowl is back for a limited time only, starting at $13.99.
Wake Forest has lost 4 of their last 5, but they come to the campus at Duke and go 8 plays, 76 yards at 321, and that's the kind of spark they were looking for from their quarterback, Mitch Griffis. Early 7-0 lead for Wake Forest.
It looks like he was getting some meditation in there on the side.
Whatever his flow is, Coach, whatever the flow is. Tyler Black to kick, Terry Moore deep to receive. Moore's going to let that go into the end zone for a touchback to the 25. Coach, walk us through this big play that led to the Wake Forest touchdown.
Well, when everybody hears about RPOs, and it's usually the quarterbacks making quick decisions, they run this hang and bang, as Warren Ruggiero told us, that they're going to ride it much longer so they can throw the ball deeper down the field. You can see Griffis with his eye on the safety. He jumps up and takes the out route. A lot of room open behind him for him to make that throw. And they talked about how they came up with this offense. They weren't protecting well, so they used this to take deeper shots down the field.
And a spark for them early. First down and 10, 25-yard line. Jordan Waters in the backfield for the true freshman. And they're going to let Loftis keep it. Said they wouldn't run with him as much as they do Riley Leonard. Not really what he does. But, Coach, you can't eliminate an entire section of your offense just because the quarterback's not in there to keep the defense up.
Yeah, and running a quarterback every once in a while gets them into a flow of the game. Get him hit, get him loosened up. He's a young guy. They don't want it. With the depth at quarterback, they don't want him running the ball and taking hits. But they want to find something right now to get him relaxed and into a flow.
So no gain for Loftis. 2nd and 10. Wake Forest showing pressure. Fake. Hit. And they didn't blow the whistle dead They called it a live ball, and Jordan Moore was able to fall on it after the pressure of Bryce Ganius.
Yeah, Greg, they're showing all different pressure looks, trying to confuse the young quarterback. See, showing pressure off the left, and then they come from the other direction. I think that's going to be an incomplete pass. They let that go at times. They let that go at times. So they, and the officials, because they don't want to call a play dead that could be a live dead play, they'll let the replay overturn it and come back to not make a mistake. But I think that's an easy one.
Play pass. Please reset the game clock to 6:28. 6:28 on the game clock.
So let it happen.
It'll be third down. Thank you.
Riley Johnson, his crew discussed it. No incomplete pass.
Yeah, I think you let the play out, and then everybody agrees it was an incomplete pass. Let's just get it right and move forward. We don't even need to look at it.
I loved about that. We didn't even need replay for it. Moving right along, 3rd and 10. So another 3rd and long for the young quarterback.
Not the situations you want to be in for a young quarterback.
3 and out on his first drive. Loftis. Ball stripped. And Wake Forest comes up with it. Jasheen Davis. He forced it. He got it. And how about the Demon Deacons on the road? A touchdown and a turnover, and they are in business.
And Davis is their sack leader. We saw him as an impact player. He's an impact player for this defense because when you have a young quarterback, how do you get after him? How do you make him uncomfortable? You get pressure. Jaheen Davis, a guy with 18 career sacks, coming after him right now. He's their sack leader this season. He's the guy that causes problems off the edge, the leader up front. When you have a young quarterback, you want that's like, I mean, you're like frothing at the mouth to get after him when you're that type of a pass rusher.
Brad Lambert, defensive coordinator, said we want to create havoc up front. They have done that. So Griffis and company in a good spot. First down outside the 16. That's Ellison for 2. And you couldn't have had a better start for Wake Forest, the team that's come in struggling to get the touchdown and then turnover.
It is. I mean, that's where you want to be. When you've had some offensive issues, you get a great touchdown drive, come right back with a short field.
Griffis rolls out right. No one there, cuts it back. And that was a good job by him recognizing players were covered, although he paid for it on the end of that, hit by Nick Morris Jr.
And he was going to try to get number 6, Justice Ellison, there in the flat. You see, he fell down going out there and kind of hurt the play and hurt the rhythm of the play right now. This is interesting. Duke's one of the best red zone defenses in the country, and Wake struggled in the red zone on offense this year. So it's a big turning, big play in the game, this third down situation. You don't want to give up points here.
3rd and 8. Griffis, crease. And another good job by Griffis recognizing the space, although shy of the first down, brought down by Trey Freeman. The Durham native leads the team and ranks 9th in the ACC with 60 tackles. And that'll be a field goal attempt for Wake Forest.
And when you have a sudden change, the Duke defense, you're called upon in these situations. That's what you have to do. Hold them to a field goal attempt. They're, like we said, they're one of the best red zone defenses, not allowing touchdowns to the other team. They less than 50% touchdowns given up when they get down to the red zone. Wake struggled. If that's on a sudden change, you want to hold them to a field goal attempt.
Well, here comes Matthew Dennis. Attempt 27. Clean snap and hold. No good. So the Duke defense gets away with no points after the turnover and a missed kick from Dennis. So Wake had the momentum after forcing the fumble. Duke grabs it right back. College kicker situation.
Chargers Jets, Monday at 8 on ESPN and ABC. Holy cannoli, look at this. It's like a science project.
Ordering lunch. Easy for you and me, but can be so difficult for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Are those all different lettuces?
Yes, sir. Brown rice, white rice, or quinoa.
We're gonna need a minute.
Do you have any food allergies?
Well, my teeth are sensitive to cold.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
That'll be $19.45. Oh, I'm just paying for my own salad.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick and try Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks vapors.
To Janie, you've been stealing my fleece for years. It's about time you had one that's just for you, for all the adventures you take. Now, give me my fleece back or I'm telling Mom and Dad. Love, Emma.
I should have got mozzarella sticks.
This is crazy.
We call it a symbiote, and it chose you.
What the hell's going on with teeth?
I'm the hero here, not you.
You're not yourself.
You want to join us?
We can fight this together.
Rated T for Teen.
PlayStation.
Got to be has something new. Easy on the edges and no residue.
We all wish we could hear our cats' voices. And thanks to Petivity, we've come one step closer. The Petivity Smart Litter Box Monitor tracks your cat's litter box behavior and weight and alerts you when changes could require a vet visit.
Sisters, sisters, there were never such devoted sisters.
Victims of the pyramid scheme are now hoping for a fresh start.
Boring. I'll tell you what's fresh. BJ's Wholesale Club with their tons of fresh produce.
You cannot be comparing financial fraud with produce. Your attitude is fresh.
Tomato, tomato.
So Duke gets away with no points after turning it over, trying to get the true freshman Grayson Loftis in this offense going. More in the backfield. That's where they start. And that's a good start to get some positive yardage and a gain of 5 for Jaquez Moore. As we started at the outset, top of the hour here, Riley Leonard, star quarterback, out. He's been battling that ankle injury. Our Pete Thamel reported a few hours ago that now perhaps a toe injury has added to it, so he is out. It is Loftis' game. 2nd and 5. That's a good job staying in the pocket, hitting Jordan Moore, and that's a first down Blue Devils. So a positive run, a positive throw. That's how you get a youngster going.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of confidence. It's a long game. I'm sure they're going to settle him down on the sidelines. But Duke wants to run the football. They still are a running team. I know there's a lot of attention on him as the quarterback in this game, but the run game also is going to have to improve to take the pressure off him.
18 rushing touchdowns on the season. That's 3rd best in the ACC. That's where they like to start. And they'll do so again on first down. And again, a season low 51 yards on the ground last week to Louisville. They want to get the ground game going down to Harry.
Matt, the first person to greet Grayson Loftis every time he's come off the field after a possession has been Kevin Johns. He's been just sort of reiterating, hey, keep your head up and encouraging him. And you've also seen Riley Leonard also giving him words of encouragement and advice here. And there's still a pretty good tone down here on this Duke sideline.
Harry, thank you. But a veteran quarterback, no better sideline coach if you're Loftis. So 2nd and 9. Play clock at 2. Loftis play fake. Shot over the middle, and it's dropped. And that's when Jalen Calhoun, who battled some drops a week ago, needs to come up for his true freshman quarterback.
Absolutely. And you look at this play right there. He put the ball right in there in between defenders. And Grayson Loftis, right, he was checked to that play. You're seeing a young guy getting comfortable with what they're doing. He saw the look, he checked to the play, made the throw. But the veteran receivers, they're the guys that got to pick up the young quarterback.
Calhoun, 4th all time on the Duke career catches list. Couldn't grab that one, so 3rd and 9. Pressure comes. Loftis throws. It's going to get tipped incomplete. And now on 3rd down, you get the sense this Wake Forest defense, Jasheen Davis, they're going to pin their ears back, come out to the quarterback, force a quick throw, and a punt for Duke.
And you look at the different pressures they got right here coming in. It's the pressure of the loop. They got into a 5-down look, run a twist off it. So they got the defense, the offensive line to get into a man protection, then run the twist game, allowing the defensive end to come open late, get the pressure on the quarterback.
So Porter Wilson punting to Taylor Morin. Morin fair catches at the 12-yard line safely for Wake Forest. And now a quick word from Verbo.
I'm here live on the balcony of this Verbo vacation home. And that turnover still smarts. Fortunately, with Verbo, you get the whole house. So he has the privacy to process all that emotion. It's always back to you.
From a whole house to a whole field, that's what Wake Forest gets now. And all told, though, if you're Wake Forest and you're their offensive coordinator, Warren, you're loving what you're seeing out of the quarterback tonight, at least early on.
Yeah, he's looked really sharp in his decision-making, looked confident in and how he's playing.
Claiborne playing well also. He takes the ball off the left side, positive yards on 1st down. That's Trey Freeman after a gain of 4.
And even those plays, it doesn't look like much, but his confidence in his decision-making, I think, that's what they want to see. When you start making good decisions and the right decisions, let's say, as a quarterback, it helps you get into a great rhythm.
Another handoff, short gain. Nick Morris Jr. playing tonight. Dorian Mausi, one of their star linebackers, is out. Said Nick Morris Jr. Trying to gain that confidence a little bit. You're going to have to with number 8 out of the game. He was injured a week ago, so now 3rd and 4.
And this is where Duke brings in their nickel package. They can get everybody up, show different blitzes to try to confuse Griffis in this offense.
That's Williams in motion. Griffis holds on to it. Griffis still looking. Everyone covered. Griffis going to have to pull it down. And that's a good coverage play by the Duke secondary. Jalen Stinson comes up and get him after a loss of 1 and another punt for Wake Forest.
And what you see is they do that, get their nickel package on the field. They show blitz, drop everybody out into a drop 8 look. They have 5 defenders underneath, 3 deep. There's nowhere to go with the ball. Everybody does a good job staying in coverage, staying in coverage, staying in coverage. Rally up, make the tackle on the quarterback when he goes to scramble.
So Calhoun back to get the Mora punt. That one's going to go out of bounds just beyond the 40-yard line, spotted right at the 40. And we have some huge games for you this Saturday on ABC and the ESPN app. Number 9, Oklahoma. Coming off that loss, there will be Bedlam one final time in the Big 12. That game starts 3:30 Eastern, and at 7:30, number 5, Washington travels to Los Angeles. And I'm just telling you, USC is a 2-point conversion away from losing to Cal on the road. Michael Penix and Washington have been living dangerously. A big one in the Big 12, a big one in the Pac-12 coming up week 10, first weekend in November. Duke with the ball back, trying to stay on that ground game.
It keeps getting more exciting. And as college football, that's the great thing. It keeps getting more and more exciting as the year goes on.
November is the month you remember. You can set it up in September all you want, set it up in October all you want.
think some animosity in that Bedlam game coming out there with Oklahoma leaving and Oklahoma State. It's going to be great.
There's animosity in this one. You've got a battle of North Carolina rivals, and Duke now 7 quarters of scoreless football. And Harry Lyles with you, all things considered. Duke just down 7-0. Coach, true freshman quarterback, and a turnover deep in the territory. Pretty fortunate if you're Duke. There goes Jaquez Moore. Get it going on the ground. And he is the quick one of the two. Moore springs for a big one. And a gain of 25. Tripped up by Evan Slocum.
And they're going a little more 2 tight ends this game than we've seen them in the past right there to help the run and get these zone read plays off the quarterback to establish more handoff. That's just an inside zone run. You see the tight end coming back across the formation, make the block. Really good read by Moore, cutting that back for the explosive play.
First time in Wake Forest territory. And a Wake Forest timeout to start the second quarter.
Timeout, Wake Forest. First of the half.
So Wake Forest will use their first timeout after the big play at 25 yards. We'll step aside. Come back.
Guinness has always been about community and friendship. Part of caring for the people around you is to enjoy alcohol responsibly. So Guinness reminds you to drink in moderation or don't drink at all.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
This is a hot flash. This is a hot flash. But this is a not flash. There's big news for women going through menopause. Veoza, a prescription treatment for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, the medical name for hot flashes and night sweats. With hormone-free Veoza, you can have fewer hot flashes and more not flashes. Veoza is proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night. For some women, it can start working in as early as 1 week. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Increased liver blood test values may occur. Your doctor will check them before and during treatment. Most common side effects include stomach pain, diarrhea, difficulty sleeping, back pain, and hot flashes.
I get a good feeling.
Ask your doctor about hormone-free Veoza and enjoy more not flashes.
Top flight quarterbacks square off in a statement game. Washington, USC, Saturday on ABC.
One gram sugar, 20 grams protein, 100% delicious. That's the one you want.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show them who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, Coach!
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
So Duke's emergency quarterback ready if they need him. Last play, 25 yards. First quarter, 18.
Run the ball. They're a team that runs the football. And, you know, we talk all about a young quarterback. But what's his friend? A running game. And stick with it.
Grayson Loftis, true freshman. Sticking with the running game again and again. It's Moore. This time Moore scores. If the running game is a true freshman's best friend, meet Jaquez Moore. 32 yards, a couple of missed tackles from Wake Forest, and we're an extra point away from a tie ball game. an offensive coach's dream. I got a young quarterback. I've got an experienced backfield, 3 plays, 60 yards. Todd Polino on for the extra point attempt. And what an answer for Duke to come out of that first quarter just down 7-0. You had been saying, get the running game going, 2 consecutive plays, 25 yards and 37 yards.
And they're just running the one-back power right here, and you just see the fit and the safety and the linebacker both fit in the outside and the B gap right there off the insert. They don't work together, and that's where the explosive play comes. Look, there's kick out, kick out. You see 9 right there. 9's got to come fit inside. The linebacker turned it in, back into him. He's got to be on the inside. And I will say, when you watch Jaquez more on film, he is an explosive, exciting player. When he gets onto that second level, nobody's catching him. And that is the best recipe for a young quarterback to build confidence in the offense, run the football, and get it going, because that's going to open everything else up for them.
And the 2 running backs between Jordan Waters and Jaquez Moore, they both add a different element. And we saw the speed out of Moore in consecutive plays, including the 32-yard touchdown run. Hand to kick it. Claiborne at the 5. Past the 20. Claiborne past the 25, and that's a nice return. Mark him at the 29-yard line. Michael Reese brings him out. So we've got a pair of scores. Now Griffis comes back out. The missed opportunity for Wake Forest in the first quarter was when they got the ball deep in Duke territory after the turnover. Couldn't get anything going with it.
Couldn't get, and you know what, they've struggled in the red zone, but couldn't even get the points with the missed field goal. Hurt them with confidence. Mitch Griffis is a guy they want to get confidence. I think he's played pretty well right now. They've hurt themselves with a negative play and a penalty to get behind the chains. And their game is run and play action. They got to keep sticking with that.
Coming off the 41-16 loss to Florida State, that's Claiborne. He has been active here in the first half. Leading rusher, kick returner, Dylan and Al Blades Jr., the Miami transfer, bringing down. Look, this defense coming in, they said they had a sense of embarrassment coming off the Louisville game last week. They were run all over by a healthy Louisville football team. They wanted to come out tonight on the short week and prove that that was merely an aberration this season.
Yeah, they said that wasn't to their standard.
I mean, Griffis walked that all the way up, held it till he couldn't. Jamion Franklin at a gain of 1. And we were talking to the offensive coaches because typically in football parlance, they're calling slow mesh, slow mesh. Like, well, what do you call this? They keep calling it the hang and bang. It's like, when you hang that long, you're going to get banged by a defensive lineman.
Too long, but that's Jamion Franklin. That's what it is. The hang and bang. You're going to get a lot of one-on-one blocks up front. And Jamion Franklin, these defensive linemen at Duke, making those plays, defeating the one-on-one block to the guard, getting off tackle in the back, and the quarterback by Jamion Franklin. And here's this nickel-dime blitz package for him.
So 3rd and 6 for Griffis. Pressure comes. Griffis gets the ball off, hits his man on time. That's Williams, and he keeps on his feet, and a big gain for Wake. Gain of 18 across midfield, first down.
Last time they dropped everybody into coverage. This time they blitzed, came after him. It was man-to-man coverage. Great read by Griffis to see that. The middle of the field's wide open. Takes the dig route. And 13, Keyshawn Williams runs a great route. Great throw by Griffis.
Put that on the numbers. 4 of 4, 64 yards now for Griffis. The quick shot outside to Williams again. Makes a man miss. He is clearly the active receiver. Early in this one, Dave Clawson said, look, we've got some receivers. They are young. Some of them probably better in different positions with the slot versus the outside. And right now, Williams is the go-to guy at a gain of 9. Tempo. Claiborne spins out. Second effort. Keeps his feet. And a first down.
Great physical run right there by Claiborne. He's a 4-star prospect for them. As a sophomore right here, able to keep his balance. You see that deep D-line stuffing things inside, spins out, breaks the tackle from Dwayne Carter.
Yeah, I think the term I used in our meetings was wonky. that is Wake Forest wonky in a nutshell.
It's just
take it. Okay, go.
Different looking deal, and they've kind of grown and expanded on it throughout the years, but it's, You know, it's a very unique offense to get ready for, especially on a short week.
And it works. Griffis, quick shot. He is in rhythm tonight. You know they love seeing this. That's Jamal Banks, his first catch of the night. He's a guy they want to get it to, 6'4", big receiver out of the D.C. area to gain a 6.
And that's versus the corner blitz, and that's where you see with Griffis, they ask him to read so much. You saw him, the slow read right there, pull it quick and get it out. He read the corner blitz and got rid of the ball quickly.
This is a quarterback coming off 1 TD pass and 3 turnovers in his last 4 games. Tonight, 6 of 6 and 79 yards to start. It looked like the ball hit the turf on the exchange.
They're going to run up to run a quarterback sneak right there. And everybody wonders, Matt, and everybody, you hear it all the time. Why don't you just get up under center sometimes and do things when you spend all of your time in the gun?
I'm not listening to that. I'm not.
You spend all your time in the gun.
I'm not listening.
You don't practice quarterback center exchange all the time.
That's you as the coach defending the decision to get in shotgun 4 yards behind the ball on a 3rd and short.
I'm just hater of the truth.
A correction
right
on the ruling.
Hater of
The
the
ball was fumbled, recovered by the offense. It's 4th and short.
So the ball was fumbled on the center snap exchange. Spotted 4th and short.
The previous play is under further review.
And you just see that. They're going to do this for the. They're going to review this for the spot. But a lot of times these quarterbacks, and you see it in high school football right now, a lot of quarterbacks are taking shotgun snaps, and they're doing that all the time. They're not used to getting up under center. The fundamentals of taking that snap. You need to do that, Matt.
We're going to table this discussion.
For everyone who's endured the bad seat, finally, sweet, sweet redemption. The Lexus TX. 3-row luxury that treats every seat like the best seat.
How'd you get that mixed with your combo?
These fries and rings?
At BK, you can build your combo.
Frozen Coke, too?
Yep, sides and drinks, too. BK, have it your way.
Total by Verizon is wireless that goes all in with our no-contract, unlimited plan for just $25 a line. Plus Disney Plus. What? Now, for a limited time, get a free Samsung Galaxy A13 5G when you switch. Only at Total by Verizon.
You can feel it. A force that moves everything around it. With intensity and power that comes from deep down inside. Full-time fans, your passion is unshakable, and you deserve a reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's with the sandwich names?
Oh, they're just nods to my time in the Army.
Oh, but what's the Steven named after?
Steven is from Navy Federal Credit Union. They've been helping with my finances since I enlisted. You want another Steven?
Keep them coming, Hannah.
Okay.
Maybe someday I could get a sandwich named after me. No.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Aren't you glad you got the titanium iPhone 15 Pro at T-Mobile? I am glad. Did I see that?
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
Am I going to get that back? Nope.
Where'd you learn to serve?
Oh, I didn't serve, but if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served in the military, you can join USAA.
Yeah, my grandpa did, so I'm already in, but I was talking about your serve.
Oh.
USAA, for the military community.
So Riley Johnson, our referee, said the play call stands on the field, which is short of the first down, 4th and 1.
Yeah, and it is. It's a difficult thing, taking a snap. And people practice it. You can practice it sometimes, but it's not as easy as it looks. They're going to get under center in a jumbo formation right here on 4th and 1. Analytics says go for it here, Matt, on 4th and 1. If you didn't know. The book. You needed the book for this one, though.
The book tells us to just move an inch. Elmanus an extra lineman eligible off the left side, and I don't know if the book won because the Duke defense, led by Cam Dillon, and a loss of 2. Analytics 0 for 1.
Well, the book didn't read about Duke's defensive line, and you look at the movement they get. They reset the line of scrimmage in the Wake Forest backfield. Look at the push right at the point of attack, resetting the line of scrimmage, allowing the linebackers to flow over the top. Dwayne Carter right in the middle of it, Mr. Duke himself making the stop on 4th down.
So the book didn't account for the human element.
Yeah, there's actually people do play the game at times too.
Copy. Remain tied at 7. Loftis at the ball at the 26. Play fake. Loftis again pressured. It's picked off. That Wake Forest defense is getting to this Duke offensive line, and Quincy Bryant comes up with the tipped pick, and Wake again 2 turnovers deep in Duke territory.
And it's the move. They step to a 3-down front, right up front at the beginning. Hard on the quarterback when you're getting that much penetration right there. Kevin Pointer's their interior D-lineman. They said he's the guy who's got to make plays. He's the leader up front, creating the penetration right over the center. Getting that push.
Again, they want to create havoc. They have done that, though. Remember the last time in this quick turnover situation, they missed a field goal. Can they come up with points? Here's Claiborne. And again, that Duke front. If you're the Duke defense, you just come up with an emotional 4th down stop. 1 play later, you're right back out.
Yeah, and you know, but when you're looking in this game, and they've depended on this defense all year, they know that defensively. Mike Elko's a defensive coach. They expect these guys, the leaders, to make plays.
Griffis has it, and he pays for it. Didn't see that coming off the right side. Aeneas Peebles, that's this offense in a nutshell.
That was hang and get banged right there. He pulled it and kept it. Looks like he pulled it, wanted to throw, but he keeps inching towards the line of scrimmage, looking for a throw, and eventually takes off and runs. It's not always a good look when your quarterback's got his pads out of his jersey.
3rd and 4 for Griffis. One-on-one coverage to the outside, and he puts it right on Banks' shoulder, and that was a big-time throw, covered by Blades, gain of 8. Now goal to go for Wake Forest.
And Banks is 6'4". He's their contested receiver against man coverage. He's the guy you want to go to in those situations. Does a great job throwing by the DB by him, coming back to the ball, catching it with his hands.
I would imagine we just got a glimpse of the Griffis they see in practice, which is on time and zip on the ball. 7 of 7 for 87 yards. Griffis, left side. Griffis, touchdown. Untouched and points off turnovers. And what about this Wake Forest team coming on the road?
And a huge play right here. You see, this is a designed quarterback run. The guard pulling around to kick out the defensive end off the fake to the back. Great play call. Griffin executes, walks right into the end zone. And when you're a quarterback looking for confidence and an offense looking for confidence, turnovers and short fields help you out a lot.
And they kept telling us about Griffis over and over again as Matthew Dennis on for the extra point. They kept telling us in the meeting, they're like, guys, I'm telling you, it's there. We were excited for this kid. He's got it in him. And, Coach, if it ever hits in a game, look out. Right now, it's a hit. 14-7, Wake.
Some people just know there's a podcast about that. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
Big tea drinker?
Yeah.
There's a podcast about tea.
He knows, and he wants you to know, too.
I was listening to a podcast on if dogs know their dogs.
There's a podcast about that?
Just like he'd want you to know about Allstate.
There's a podcast about fly fishing called Why Is That Person Doing That? It's called Tea-rific.
Are you listening to a podcast?
Yeah, it's about multitasking.
Some people just know there's a podcast about that. Those are the people who know you're in good hands with Allstate.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a cheeseburger and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
On a cursed Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
See ya.
Caleb Williams, you gotta get out of here. Fansville is cursed.
No, Fansville's not cursed.
I swear on Dr. Pepper, it's real.
I'm not superstitious. I'm number 13.
13? No.
And I'm on the cover of this magazine and this video game.
The covers, no!
I'm literally walking under 3 ladders as we speak.
Ladder Emporium, no!
I even have a black cat.
Get out while you can!
That was weird.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Travis Kelce, 2 championship rings, 7 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons.
You're Brian Halsey. 0 debt, perfect payment history. I worship you, man.
You do? It's all the Experian Smart Money debit card.
It has a digital checking account that can build credit without the debt.
I use mine for everything.
Me too.
No way!
Oh, man. I'll see you, man.
Yeah, bye.
The debit card that builds credit. Get your Experian Smart Money account through the free app.
Olive Garden's Never-Ending Pasta Bowl is back, which means the never-ending pasta you crave is back. Starting it with our never-ending first course? Well, that's always been here. Never-Ending Pasta Bowl starting at $13.99 for a limited time.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach!
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
A.J. Allen for the touchdown!
They've got some playmakers that can flat out get it done.
ACC primetime football, Miami at NC State, Saturday at 8 on ACCN.
It's in-season tournament time, Friday on ESPN.
Money.
Here are our featured matchups this weekend on ACC Network. Starting at noon, UNC hosts Campbell and Chapel Hill. The number 13 Louisville hosts Virginia Tech. An upstart Virginia Tech team we cap today. Miami and NC State 8 Eastern. All 3 games available on the ESPN app. So Duke back out on offense in a season. I mean, they've been one of the darlings of college football. They started 4-0, hosted College Game Day for the first time in that big game against Notre Dame. They would lose that at the very end to Sam Hartman and company, and then a little bit of a stretch, lost 3 of their last 4 games, all against ranked opponents. You see the Notre Dame, Florida State, Louisville loss. But Mike Elko told us, he said, we have to learn what it's like and get used to being on the national stage.
Yeah, and this program's still young. Let's not jump off the bandwagon just yet. He's done a great job. This is a young program that he is building in those beginning stages, and they've played really well. They're a legit good football team.
It's on first down at Wake Forest, a legit good defensive stop on Jordan Waters. Jalen Garnes on the tackle. I looked at Elko and kind of smirked at him. He smirked back because that's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
You come in year 1 and do what you did to a moribund Duke football program over the past couple of years. You do that in year 1 and you start year 2 that way.
Every year, coach, when you have a new win total that's higher than before, that's now become the new standard.
Cutback. Oh, that is a crafty run by Waters. As Carson brings him down after a gain of 9.
Great punch, and they wanted Waters to be more physical this year, and he's done that. That 1-2 punch of Waters coming in as the physical back, more is the speed for them. Again, the more they get the running game going, the more confident they're going to be, and the less pressure, more pressure they take off the young quarterback.
3rd and inches now. Waters remains in the backfield. The give to Waters. Bounces outside. There's that running game again. Waters springs it. First down, Duke. Garnes bangs him out of bounds. After a gain of 24.
Getting the shotgun, Matt, on 3rd and short. Getting the shotgun where you're comfortable. They bring the tight end in motion to crack the backside edge, but great run by Waters. Bounces it outside. Finishes with the stiff arm. The physical run. And they're really getting in a rhythm running the ball right now.
So you're telling me as much as you guys coach everything and overcoach everything, you can't allot 5 minutes of practice to practice under center snaps.
Yeah, you do practice it for 5 minutes. It still doesn't. It's still not an easy skill.
Ball at the 42. Play fake. Outside. Loftis. Incomplete. Intended for Calhoun.
I'm still waiting, though. You see this throw right here by Loftis. I'd love to see him get us a little bit more easy throws right there. You're calling a play action, have him throwing a deep out cut to the wide side of the field. That's not an easy throw. You see the arm talent he has to make that throw, but let's get him into an easy rhythm with some completion.
Now, to be fair to Loftis, he put that strike over the middle of the field to Calhoun, which could have been a big play. Calhoun dropped it.
Yep.
Really haven't seen anything out of Loftis since. Just 1 of 7 on the night. Rely on the running game. That seems to work. Moore brought down after 3. Kind of a trip and tackle by Bryant, bringing up a 3rd and longish.
And in these situations on this part of the field, again, your whole playbook is open because they've already made a decision. Mike Elko's made the decision. This is what you have 2 downs to get it or you have 1 down to get it. So he's probably told the coaches staff, you have 2 downs to get it here. If you want to run it here, we can run it, set up the play for 4th down. But the whole playbook's open in this situation.
With the running game, you'd like to think, get a few yards to make it a 4th and short. Loftis looks right, throws right, open, caught, 1st down, nifty move. Well, I tell you what, Moore's fun to watch when he gets in space. And that eliminates any conversation of a 4th down attempt. Gain of 13. Dylan Hazen missed the tackle. Drive continues.
And a fun play design. They put all 3 receivers. They motion, get 3 receivers into the boundary, 1 to the field. And you see a little pick route right there by number 2 coming across to set the pick. Moore just runs into the flat. The linebacker's got to avoid the receiver to get over the top. Easy throw and catch. Those are the little passes we want to see them make for him to build his confidence.
There's that jumbo formation again. You say pick. Was it done correctly, though? Like,
absolutely.
Okay. I mean, a coach is going to say it. No, we had the right play.
A legal pick.
Legal pick.
He didn't touch anybody. He kind of danced around and missed them. Right?
He blocked by Justin Pickett. Pick is usually a negative connotation towards a play call as Moore continues to be effective in a gain of 7.
I think you've seen the Duke offense now, as they've really committed to the run, which is who they are. They're starting to get into the flow of the offense, and that's what they need to do and stick with this run game.
And if that's what's working for a young quarterback, do it. You saw 76 yards from Moore. Waters back in, 2nd and 3. Waters can't get through that Wake defensive front in a loss of 1.
So you're in the 3rd down situation. You're coming up. You're kind of made the decision Mike has on the play call. I like this. I think you're probably looking for a field goal. Let's get some points, can build confidence. We don't get it on 4th down. You said you have 1 chance to get it right here. Expect pressure from the Wake defense to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick. So let's look for a quick man-beating throw.
Jeremiah Hasley, top of the screen. There were trips to Samir Hagans.
It looks like zone. The motion declared that.
Loftis to throw, pulls it down. That looks designed. Loftis lowers his shoulder, and I think he got the 1st down. Malik Mustafa there on the tackle, and you saw the offensive line lead for him. Loftis gets the yard.
He said they ran the motion to see if it's man or zone. And you see right here, the center takes off right there, number 70, leading up to get the 1st down off the slow quarterback draw to pass it off, let the play develop. The great thing that you saw from Loftis there in quarterback draws, quarterbacks rush the draw too much. Take your time, sit back there, let it develop, then go.
You beat me to it. I was going to say the sell made it look past, but that's the kind of run that can get a confidence going for a young guy that's not really known as a runner.
Yeah.
Play clock under 5, give up the middle. Waters kind of muscles his way just to get something. And something turned into 3.
Good physical run and finish to the run by Waters right there. This is a great combination. The Waters-Moore combination. Jordan and Jaquez, more J's. Hit more J's out here on the field for Duke. Great combination of power and speed between the two backs.
I love you. Lean into the Jays. Just lean into it. You used it early. I want it all.
Or just pop it. They're just popping the Jays. They got Jordan and Jaquez running the ball. They got Jalen and Jordan catching the ball.
We went to the house where Jays were built at Cameron Indoor yesterday. First time for all of us. What an experience that was. Under 2 minutes now. 2nd and 7. Cut back. There's one of those Jays. And Mike, or rather Dave Clausen, he's going to use a timeout. Their second of the half. Malik Mustafa on the tackle.
Yeah, and you want to. Dave Clausen's using that timeout because he wants to get the offense back on the field with his quarterback, who's been hot. We're seeing these two quarterbacks really finding their rhythm in this game in the second quarter.
It has always been a dream for me to design an engagement jewelry collection. Together, these rings are a perfect pair, bound together forever, just like a bride and her one true love. They are the most powerful symbol of love that exists.
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times, keeping you up at night.
Come on now.
But with help from the Home Depot,
Thank you very much.
you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
It's nothing.
Sounds like something.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, unsystemic diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast relief when you need it most.
All right, guys, listen up. This entire season boils down to one word.
Bundle home and auto.
But that's 4 words.
Not if you bundle them.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Will you marry me?
Miss you so much. We miss you.
Get Google Pixel 8 free at T-Mobile.
Hey, deal lovers.
I'm coming in.
Here's something new.
Just because we have good taste doesn't mean we don't like a good value. And in this hut, $7 gets you both.
The all-new $7 deal lovers menu at Pizza Hut.
I'm coming in hot.
Because it's only a deal if you love it.
Choose your $7 faves 7 days a week. Only at Pizza Hut. I thought I heard pizza up here.
Kevin Connors in studio coming up on the Twisted Tea halftime report. Sam Acho will be here to illustrate what makes this Georgia defense elite leading up to their game against Missouri. Plus Trevor Matich in studio to show you how USC may try to slow down Washington. And Matt, the best catch of an animal that you will see in college football all week coming up.
Kevin Connors, thank you. That was Waters getting the first down. We need old Riv in studio to give a quicker wrap.
Big third down conversion, but again, Waters right now with the power running game. Duke's right now going to want to take their time, make sure there's no time left after this drive for Wake Forest to get the ball back.
First and goal, 13th play of the drive. This has been a time eater, a play eater, and a yards eater. Waters remains in the backfield. Loftis in the shotgun. And they're going to go physical run again. This time, Wake Forest ready for it. Clausen runs back out to take his third and final timeout.
And
now, Wake Forest third and final timeout of the half.
We're going to say they're in that goal line bear defense right now coming out against the spread sets. They got man-to-man on the outside, so they're going to come over and talk about it. Like we said, they'll take their time, but they're going to come up. In the second down is the call I always like for the play action. The second, because third down sometimes becomes obvious. You go with the play action right here and try to score on the second down play action play. I wouldn't be surprised if they're already in the thought process of 4-down territory right here to try to get the touchdown before the half.
And as much as
they get a 2-for-1 because they get the ball to start the second half.
And as much as they've run on this drive, you're right. Wake Forest is going to know or think that that's coming. And this is a coach's dream. 13 plays 71, 7:08 off the clock here in the second. But they're going to hand it right up. And there's your touchdown, Duke, Jordan Waters. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Stay on the ground. Jordan Waters, 4 yards. And what a drive that was for the young quarterback at the end of this half.
Yeah, great run there to Waters, the physicality he showed during that drive. And I'll tell you what, it's great for a coach. He does it. He carries the ball physically down the field. Get him the touchdown at the end as well.
And there was no bones about what Duke wanted to do there offensively. 12 rushes, 2 passes. And it led to a touchdown there for Jordan Waters. We've seen both of them, 2 J's, Jordan Waters, Jaquez Moore, lead the way for Duke.
They just get into 12 personnel, an unbalanced 12 personnel to offset the defense. You see the tight ends coming back across the 81 right there. Coming back across to kick out the backside defensive end. Great penetration, and Waters presses it on the front side on inside zone, cuts it back. That's what you want to do.
9 carries, 47 yards. We talked with him yesterday. He said, you know what? We just didn't have a good taste in our mouth. And a lot of these players, the coaches more talk about the challenge of a short work week. A lot of times the players are like, hell with it, get me right back out there.
Yeah, both teams coming off losses they didn't like. You don't want that to sit long. Both teams they didn't even have time to review the loss. The coaches were back in the office Saturday night right after the game, getting the game plan ready, and the players showed up on Sunday with the game plan going.
So Claiborne at the 5 to the 15. The Duke special teams catches up with him there. As we take a look at tonight's game flow, brought to you by Progressive, and it's Demon Dakin's quarterback, Mitch Griffis, 7 of 7, 87 yards, 11 carries for 22. Coach, he has been sharp.
And this is what the coaching staff told us. He is a guy in practice that they're jaw-dropping. He's electric. Coach told us it was the most comfortable he was coming into a season, Coach Clausen did, with a first-time starting quarterback, the most confident he'd ever been in that player, but it just hadn't translated to the games yet. And now it looks, this is the guy we were expecting to see.
How much confidence do you have now? 53 seconds left, no timeouts in him to run out this half.
They're going to start slow, but as soon as they get the first down, they'll try to turn the gas on and let him go.
That's a good chunk of yards there, but again, no timeouts to stop the clock. Ellison picks up 6. And Duke, again, they deferred their decision to the second half. So they'll get the ball, maybe a 2-for-1, depending on Wake Forest is able to do here. That's Ellison again, bouncing outside, looks like he got the first down, so the clock will stop until they set it. Trey Freeman brings him down.
Yeah, and look from here to either, they've been running to see if they break one. They maybe take one shot down the field here to see if they hit a big play before half.
Griffis, again on time. And I'll tell you, he's hitting his guys in stride. He has looked really, really good in a gain of 8.
They didn't get the first. The clock's running. They're not going to press it anymore. They'll get to halftime.
So that was Banks. And what a fun first half we've had. We've got a true freshman. So Tyler Black to kick. Terry Moore to the end zone as we go down to Harry, who caught up with Coach Clausen moments ago.
Coach, Mitch Griffis went 8 for 8 in that first half, 95 yards. What'd you like out of him?
I thought he got into a little bit of a rhythm. You know, we took a couple sacks early, but then after that, I thought he made some good decisions with his feet, and he was accurate. And most importantly, we didn't turn the ball over.
It's a 14-14 game. How do you guys come out of this one victorious?
Well, we've got to stop their run game. You know, they're running a lot of counter, a lot of what we call truck, and we've got to win that battle up front on the defensive line. And if we get the ball in the red zone, we got to score. We had 2 missed opportunities there.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Coach Harry, thank you. Moore starts in the backfield. That's Loftis on first down. They're going to have to, at least at some point, Coach, give you some threat of a throw game, knowing that they've relied on the run, which has been successful, but the true freshman is going to have to make some throws down the stretch.
Yeah, but I like that. You come out in the second half, you give them an easy little throw on the screen, get the flow going again. The more they run it, though, the more they'll open up the throw game with play action.
So 2nd and 8 after a gain of 2. Jaquez Moore had a nice first half, and again, a quick throw, and that one's hit the turf, skipped into 2. Samir Higgins brings up a 3rd and 8. Assess the first half for me, Coach, with this offense as you see this one skip to the turf.
Well, I think they started slow, and what they really need to do, the wideouts, you saw that throw was low, but you saw the drop by Jalen Calhoun in the first half. The receiver's really going to step up for their quarterback. They're running the ball well, which against a very good rush defense of Wake Forest, but they, like as you said, they're going to have to make some plays in the pass game in this second half.
2 wide receivers set, top and bottom of your screen. 3rd and 8, Moore releases from the backfield. He got that off, did Loftis, and we saw that early on. Jacob Roberts applied the pressure, and the Wake Forest defense was able to get in the backfield with Loftis, which forced a couple of turnovers for him to rush the throw.
And they're doing it on 3rd down. They're getting him into 3rd down and longer situations where Loftis has to get into the drop back game, and that's not where you want. They're in a 5 down. You see there's every defensive lineman's covered up. They still tried to slide. They just turned him loose. Miscommunication with the offensive line there off the defensive front from the blitz package of Wake Forest.
So Porter Wilson on to punt. Taylor Moore in deep. Moore in the fair catch, 34-yard line. So we had talked about the rushing game of Duke on that drive. All 3 pass attempts, not 1 rush. And for tonight for Wake Forest, you heard Coach Clausen talk about it, and we were waiting. We had wondered if tonight would be the game where Mitch Griffis, a quarterback who looks brilliant in practice, has a couple of moments, but has been uncomfortable, if he would come out tonight early, settle down, and run the offense.
And that's what he's done. And you heard Coach talk about his feet. And that's where he's been confident. They said his feet, he's not on rhythm, he's out of balance. He's been very balanced throwing the football here tonight with a great base underneath him.
He's such a huge confidence boost for this offense. If they can move down the field, having lost 4 or 5. That one took about as long as you could get to hand the ball off as we go down to Harry.
Matt, you saw a lot of that confidence coming from Mitch Griffis on that Wake Forest sideline during the first half. He was really going back and forth between himself and the bench, and you saw him even singing along with some of the songs in the stadium. You could tell he's really feeling himself right now.
Here comes the delayed blitz, and Griffis takes advantage, middle of the field. It's that go-to guy, Jamal Banks, for a first down. Freeman that brings him down after a gain of 11.
And he did a great job hanging in the pocket right now with pressure coming out. You see the safety there streaking through the screen. He was blitzing, a delayed blitz.
And Nick,
the 2 DBs run into each other.
So Morris Jr. and Al Blades Jr. kind of create the self-pick that aided to the reception. Griffis again, and I'm telling you what, this is not the player that we've seen over the last month for Wake Forest. He sits nicely in the pocket, finds Morin for 15 and another first down.
Yeah, this is the stuff they were talking about in practice. This is the player they've seen in practice all year, just not in the games. You see confidence.
And with confidence comes tempo. As much as you can in the hang and bang. And there's Griffis for 5. I mean, they have been trying to find anything coach, to get this thing going. I had mentioned averaging just over 22 points a game, last in conference, lost 4 or 5, haven't been able to find any type of rhythm. And tonight it's been good. He hasn't thrown an incomplete pass yet. And Claiborne got it going early in the first half, does so again. He might have. They're going to give him the first down.
And this certainly helps within this scheme, is the success they're having against this Duke front, which is the strength of their team, their ability to run the ball, not just on the slow reads, but on the outside zone, as you saw right there.
So good start to the first drive for Wake. Griffis keeps it. And that's the decision you have to make in this offense. For those watching at home, you're thinking, well, what is that? He has to wait. And if the throw's not there, he keeps it or hands it off. And that time he elected to keep it.
Yeah, and I think you saw right there, when he keeps it, these aren't design quarterback runs. He's pulled the ball looking to throw, then he realizes, I don't like it. So instead of making a mistake, he just tucks it and gets a couple yards.
Fine. 3 yards is better than no yards or a turnover. Claiborne. He is running hard tonight.
Hard and physical.
That run looked like it was dead on arrival, and it ended up netting 3. It's Vincent Anthony Jr. there on the tackle, and you're in a good situation. If you're a coach, you want your quarterback to be in 3rd and medium, 3rd and short.
This is it. You know, this is where you have a lot of success within your playbook. There's going to be great plays. You're saying, look in here, and especially when your quarterback's hot, you're confident in calling pass plays, getting into a drop-back game, throwing the ball in these situations, in these mid-level passes.
Justice Ellison checks in on 3rd and 6. Griffis to throw, batted down. If there's one thing about Griffis you can get to, he's only 5'11", so you're talking about a low release point.
Yeah, and let's see.
A little bit of chaos on the field.
Yeah, let's see what's going on. I think they called it a fumble, possibly.
Offside. Defense number 94 lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So at one point we had a potential fumble, batted down pass, incomplete pass, and it just resulted in an offsides.
And let's do it all over.
Never happened, yeah.
Let's do it all over. It didn't count. It looks like and they were trying to take a shot. They were trying to do a little double move to the ex-receiver on the play. If you look at it, 80 up top in the receiver, but he aligned in the neutral zone, which you don't always see that called. But holding the ball a little bit too long.
So dropped it. And on the replay, he dropped it. He winded back, and it just fell out of his hand. Yeah. All right, so all for naught, 3rd and 1. Now it's 3rd and short. Talked about 3rd and medium. Well, here you go. Ellison can't get it. Dwayne Carter, first 3-time captain in Duke history, makes a play that his defense needed. Loss of 3 after the offsides, gave about 3rd and a half yard. They're able to force a field goal attempt.
And they call him Mr. Duke. And 3-time captain. Anybody that's ever played any sport knows how special and honored that is as a player. And he's the guy that steps up in a big moment to get the stop for this defense and force another field goal attempt in the red zone for Wake Forest.
Matthew Dennis from 39 yards. Off the right hash. Missed from 27. No good. So again, Duke, kind of a bend but don't break situation from there. Wake Forest was able to move the ball down the field, and it resulted in no points. Missed field goal. Stop for the home team. Tied at 14 here in the 3rd quarter.
Scan it quick. Is that it?
You can feel it. A force that moves everything around it. With intensity and power that comes from deep down inside. full-time fans, your passion is unshakable, and you deserve a reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Derrick Henry.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I saved so much bundling, it inspired my workout. Auto! Home!
Okay. And this is auto again, right?
Auto!
Hey, this is my living room.
Home!
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan.
The dog isn't allowed on the couch, Derek.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
To Ethan, you've always inspired me to get outside, even into icy cold water. So I got this puffer blanket just for you. Because every hero needs a cape. From Noah.
Get iPhone 15 Pro with titanium from Boost Infinite and transcend to a wireless utopia where you'll experience unparalleled coverage on America's smart network and save up to 40% on your monthly bill. Infinitely better.
Let me show you what goes on behind the scenes when making a Shaq-a-Roni.
Bust it.
We created Shaq-a-Roni my way, an extra-large pizza topped with extra cheese and extra pepperoni. It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger. Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-Roni.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Good choice. My lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Think we should run it again?
Yeah, I think so.
Matt Berry, Dan Mullen, Harry Lyles back with you Thursday night. College football 14 apiece. Duke again able to dodge points from Wake Forest. Grayson Loftis, second possession here, third quarter. True freshman in for Riley Leonard, injured in the game, relying on the running game, and that was Waters able to bounce outside. It's not going to amount to much on the stat sheet, 3 yards, but that thing was the loss of yards without that individual effort.
Yeah, and he's the physical of their two backs in the 1-2 punch with Jordan and Jaquez, the Jays. Keep getting the ball to the Jays. The quarterback doesn't need to do everything for you right now. Just stick with your Jays.
Just hit your Jays. I like it. 2nd and 7. Right now the Jays have combined for 129 yards on the ground. That's Waters again. When you look at Loftis' stats, the true freshman making his first career start, he's 3 of 11 for 27 yards, yet the game is tied. So if you're Mike Elko and you're Kevin Johns and you're the Duke offensive staff, you're thinking, hey, we got a tie ball game, a good defense, and a running game.
We've survived. And some people have he's got a couple drops on the day, too. So everybody hasn't really jumped up around to help him make spectacular plays. This is where you want to keep him. A 3rd down and 4 situations where the entire playbook's open. You can run, you can throw, quick throws, easy plays. This is where you want to be.
3rd and 4. Can Loftis make the throw? Behind his receiver more. It's caught, but it's going to be short of the first down. And look, fans are saying, well, you know, you can't make the throw, but right now you're fine.
Yeah, he'll learn. I mean, they're getting into some complex. They ran a little mesh pick play up there, which is a man beater. It ended up being zone. He's got to get the ball to the spot route over the middle. He didn't read that exactly the right way. But they want to keep making it simple for him.
Charlie Ham to punt, ranks 4th nationally in yards per punt. That's why. Check that Porter Wilson.
Yeah. That's distance and hang time right there.
That was every average we warned you about Porter Wilson. That's why he's been here for a while. We're back after this.
There's a way to cut your dishwashing time by 50%. Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It removes 99% of grease and grime in half the time. It cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products. Try Dawn Power Wash.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
When I got the script, I was like, does Taco Bell really not have a breakfast taco? Doesn't that concern you?
For sure.
Yeah, it's like go to a shoe store and they only sell socks. It's like a convenience store that's at the top of a mountain. It's like parachute pants that are tight.
All right, Pete, we ready?
I'd say these ingredients in my sleep.
And action.
Breakfast taco at last. Fluffy eggs, melty cheese, savory sausage. See what I did there? I made a breakfast taco.
When migraine strikes, are the trade-offs of treating worth it? Ubrelvy is another option. It quickly eliminates migraine pain.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness.
Ask about Ubrelvy.
Total by Verizon is wireless that goes all in with our no-contract, unlimited plan for just $25 a line. Plus Disney Plus. What? Now, for a limited time, get a free Samsung Galaxy A13 5G when you switch. Only at Total by Verizon.
Some people just know that's not gonna fit. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
That's not gonna fit.
What's that?
You need another 4 inches.
You work here?
Nope. I just saw you there and I thought I'd save you the trouble. Nana.
She's a human measuring tape, and she knows Allstate is the right fit for her.
It's not gonna fit. That's not gonna fit.
What?
Steven.
Some people just know.
Well played. Well played, my friend.
Those are the people who know you're in good hands with Allstate.
Welcome, Ann.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm sorry?
What?
The comedy of that.
Am I sweating? Yeah. Put your arms down.
Only on Hulu.
It's gonna be fun.
Learn how to drive.
Racist! Oh, hi.
Quiz Lady. Rated R. Streaming only on Hulu. November 3rd.
All season long, student sections across the country are competing to be the Taco Bell Live Moss Student Section of the Year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn more.
You know what? You can coach a coach.
How about that? I take coaching. I learned from last week. Much better, much improved.
Last week during some technical
Most improvement is from week 1 to week 2 out there.
Mullins is hopped in. He read that. You read that so boss-like. That was so good.
I owned it. So
Taco Bell owns you a gordito. They still doing those Dorito tacos?
I think so.
I mean, when you were in college, you made so many bad decisions
and ended up in Taco Bell.
That was 2 of them. Griffis continues to sling it. Keyshawn Williams for first down on 16. He is running this offense. We're going to call it slow mask. I'm tired of calling it hang and bang. He's running it so well tonight.
And you watch him, the hang and bang, here it is. Watch him hang. Look to his left. He didn't like to throw to his left, had time. That's why they do it, so he can get to a second RPO read. Came back to his right and through the day.
11 for 11, has yet to throw an incomplete pass, and Ellison is yet to get going. That defensive front led by Vincent Anthony Jr. They're on the stop.
And this is a little bit, let's see how he handles this situation. Where they go to. When they've gotten behind the chains here, 2nd and 10, this is where they've struggled. This is a key down right now for Wake Forest.
So 2nd and 10 for Griffis. All time to throw. Has a receiver wide open. Wake Forest. And that's Morin. And he's brought down at the 3-yard line, and the game continues for Griffis. A gain of 61. Had all day to throw. Your player to watch, Moreland, got behind the defense.
Yeah, and the bunch formation, you see it confuses the defense. They drop coverage right there. And it's Chandler Rivers loses his man with the confusion of the picks. Morin's wide open. He's the guy that has been their leading receiver over the last couple years that they've wanted to get going. Huge to get him going on the big play. Great throw by by Mitch Griffis.
So Jalen Stinson, an injured player for Duke down there at about the 3-yard line. We'll let them take care of him. We'll come back after the Wake Forest big play after this.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
We have a special guest today on ESPN College Game Day, the Geico Deco.
Look, just get to the part when you tell everyone how easy it is to insure what's important to them. Home, car, even RV. Come on, there's an RV right there. Did he even see the talking points I gave him?
I don't believe so, sir.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
Desmond?
I forgot the talking points.
Typical beginner's mistake.
Yes, they all start from the outside.
So, will we help him?
What else? Here, try it with Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you wings.
I have a surprise. The New York Times, Vanity Fair, and Rolling Stone are all talking about The Holdovers.
Okay, let's hear.
The raucously funny smash hit of the Toronto and Telluride Film Festivals reunites Alexander Payne and Paul Giamatti for the first time since Sideways.
Outside attention!
The New York Times raves The Holdovers is one of the finest of Payne's career. 4 stars. It's pure movie magic. The Holdovers, rated R. Now playing in select theaters. In theaters everywhere November 10th.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
I got that sauce biscuit and some Tay-Tays.
Eggman and Saucy Boy.
2 hot coffees.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Penguin.
All right, Stinson able to leave the field, but this is important for Wake Forest. Second to last at FBS and TD scored in the red zone. They've had field goal issues tonight. This is a moment in the game where they got to punch this in.
Absolutely. I don't know that we'll see Matthew Dennis on this series. They're going to be going for it on 4th down here and trying to pound it in for 4 plays.
And that's on 1st down, 1st and goal. Ellison brought down by Williams, 2nd and goal. We had mentioned the missed field goals coming in. He has been good this year. The Wake Forest kicker, he's been strong throughout the year. He's been off tonight.
Yeah.
And you bring up a good point. You've got to get points on this drive.
Well, and you're 14 of 16 on the year, you have confidence in that guy, and he just hasn't looked. It hasn't been close misses. The kicks just haven't looked good off his foot. So let's see here. Griffis a couple times looks like he's had opportunities to keep the ball. He did it on a direct quarterback run. Let's see if he gets a pull on one of these zone read plays here. Oh, direct snap.
That was disjointed from the start. That's going to be procedure on Wake.
Outthought themselves.
And I'll take you one step further.
False start. Offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And the points left on the board tonight. Matthew Dennis, he came into the game 29 of 31 on field goals under 40. And so now that moves him back a little bit here on 2nd and goal.
And you see they're trying to go to a direct snap. And Matt, we were talking about snaps earlier under center, and it seems easier. You just see the quarterback Griffis was off to the left, calling the cadence from a tight end type position. Disjointed. They didn't get it off clean. And there's a lot that goes into the quarterback center snap. And I think y'all fought yourself a little bit right there.
First, you misquoted me on what I said about up to center. Second of all, another miscue here in the red zone. Second and goal, trying to pop outside is Claiborne, and there's that Duke defense. So now we're getting to the point, third and goal, where Clausen's going to have to start thinking here. Terry Moore, the first one there. Mindset process, third and goal, knowing you've had the issues with the field goal kicker tonight.
Absolutely. You're going to try to get a play you love. Like I wouldn't see a little either play action or a movement play with Griffis. Get him out of the pocket. Give him a bunch of different options to throw the ball. See him getting into bunch sets here. Let's see if they create some picks or rubs for the receivers right here.
Picks, rubs, hang, bang. Griffis, time, has room to run. Griffis, touchdown. 12 of 12, 198 yards, hasn't thrown an incompletion, second touchdown of the night. I'd say the confidence is alive and well for Griffis and Wake Forest as they regain the lead. He went helicopter over Freeman and Moore.
And he's having an impressive night tonight, man. I mean, this is what the coaches were explaining, that he was this type of player.
Matthew Dennis struggled on field goals tonight, on for the extra point. Those have been perfect, and so has the Wake Forest quarterback. He has not thrown an incompletion, and this is the best this Wake Forest offense has looked in quite some time, maybe even the last month.
You see, he had the bunch. I thought he had the corner route open to the field, but a great job with the protection. I think he got off the three receivers field a little quick, came back, didn't have it. See him right here, looking. Doesn't like it, pulls it down. Great protection, scrambles, and then launches his body into the end zone.
Okay, stay right there with that thought. Launches his body into the end zone. That type of effort, your team, your sideline, your defense is going to love that he gave himself up like that.
Absolutely, and the coaches were talking about some of the guys and the frustrations that they saw it in practice, but it's not performing on the field. And there's frustration from the other players at times. But when you go throw your body around like that for your team, that lifts the play of everybody around you.
And again, I talked about it a while. He's not the biggest kid. They list him at 5'11", and he just went up there, went helicopter, went into the end zone as Terry Moore is going to bring this one back to the 25, 30, 35, 40. Moore has a crease. And now Duke is set up with great field position. However, there's a flag on the play.
During the return, illegal block in the back by the return team number 4. Penalty is half the distance to the goal line. First down.
And that negate, that's a big one.
That is, especially how the game's going right now for Duke. Trying to find your footing offensively. You want to have some momentum coming off the score. You just see right here, number 4, you just see, that's silly. You just can't do it. I always told guys in those situations, hey, don't make it even worse than it is. If the guy's by, you can't block him back. Turn, find somebody else. Your returner, he's got a scholarship too. Let him go make somebody miss, and Terry Moore's a good returner. Let him make that guy miss, go and block the next guy. But don't make it worse than it already is.
That was 4 who got called for the penalty. Ball would have been on the 44. Now it's back at the 8-yard line as Jaquez Moore tries to get it going. Can't get it going here in the second half as we check in with Kevin Connors.
All right, Matt, back and forth they go in Lubbock. This is Taj Brooks giving Tech the lead.
And this was a 2-play touchdown drive, just 16 yards, because the Texas Tech defense set him up with an interception deep in TCU territory.
Matt Barron Morton has a touchdown pass and run. It's 28-21 Red Raiders.
We also saw a possum on the field there. God love college football. Matt Berry, Dan Mullen, Harry Lyles. You got possums. You got people still dressing up for Halloween. You got 2nd and 11. Loftis, end zone, pulls it down. He's recognized that well. He hasn't made a mistake in the air as Malik Mustafa brings him down. He's run himself into a 3rd manageable.
Yeah, the turnovers and the interceptions he's had have come off of pressure and him getting hit as he's throwing the football. You know, they're getting into some drop-back passing schemes right here. When you have the young guy, again, I'd still love to see. We still haven't seen him do that, like a max protect, take a shot. You have some great receivers. Take a shot. Let him try to create a formation that's going to get somebody one-on-one and throw it down the field. It's a big 3rd down conversion. They need to get a completion here.
Loftis keeps it again, and Loftis is going to dive forward for the 1st down. And I've been saying, you've been with me on Saturdays all year, and we sit there with Galloway and we watch, and the quarterback slide, and the spot of the ball always is where the slide starts. We yell at the TV and say, why don't these quarterbacks dive? And Loftis does there, dives for the 1st down.
We said that was a big 3rd down. They're kind of, again, they're squatting on these routes and sitting on things. Duke's got some explosive receivers. They got to, at some point, get this ball vertically down the field.
One-on-one coverage, bottom of your screen. They're going to run it again. Moore going to make a man miss, and he can't. That is good open field tackling by Kalen Carson and a loss of 2.
And Carson's their lockdown cover corner. This is what you want to see out of cover corners. The receiver cracks the safety. He replaces the safety up there. Great job coming up, making that tackle, creating the tackle for loss and negative yardage play, putting Duke behind the chains.
So behind the chains, they haven't really gotten the running game going here in the 2nd half. How are you calling this?
Again, right now, let's get an easy completion. Let's get something that we're comfortable with, not a complex drop-back pass.
Thinking about getting it to 3rd and manageable, so Loftis shows his arm strength, and it's dropped again by Jalen Calhoun. That is the 2nd time Loftis has put it on 5's numbers, and the 2nd time he's dropped it.
Yeah, and this is, you know, Calhoun's one of the leading receivers in Duke history. I mean, he has over 230 career receptions while he's been here. And this is when you playing with a young quarterback, it's on the receivers to make the catches and make him look good.
2nd consecutive weeks, too. Their most reliable receiver had some against Louisville a week ago. Now, because of it, 3rd and 12. Minute 27 left here in the 3rd quarter. Clean pocket, and it collapses. He had a pocket to sit and throw, and Kevin Pointer brings him down for a sack and a loss of 4.
In this Wake package, they get into it. They dropped 8, only rushed 3. We're still able to get pressure with the 3-man rush. You see, they drop everybody out into coverage to make it hard for the quarterback to throw the ball. Great job by Pointer, pushing up the middle.
Pointer, a big night, too. He had the strip and fumble recovery earlier. Is Porter Wilson back on, hopeful to get some yardage on this to Taylor Moore, and he gives us the Peter. And bounces out of bounds, get everybody away from the ball. Tuesday night, the exclusive reveal of the next college football playoff rankings. Reese and the guys will break them down. Show coach's reaction. Have live interview with the committee chairman and NC State Athletic Director Boo Corrigan. 7 Eastern, ESPN. The first edition of that was on Tuesday. I don't know that there were too many surprises. I think Ohio State, here's where I'm at with the Buckeyes. Are they the best team in the country? I don't think so. Do they have the best resume at this point? I think so.
I agree with you. But then we went 2 and 3, not as much off a resume as the best team. So
we went eye test.
I don't love the initial round, but everyone's going to have chances to play teams to affect it, to play games to affect it over the next couple weeks.
Rankings 1 is for all of us to yell, flag on the play. The initial ranking, I think, at some point.
Offside, number 16 of the defense, lining up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
That's the second lineup in the neutral zone penalty of this third quarter. You don't see that often right now. They got just the little mental mistakes you don't usually see from Duke.
Aeneas Peoples, you see it, but you can see it. Yep. How critical is this drive for the Duke defense? 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Down 21-14 in the second half. Your offense has been shut down. Think about it. Griffis, 1st and 5. First incompletion of the night.
And this is what they need. With the Duke defense, and they've done a great job. They've answered the call when it's been they've needed to in the red zones, the stops, every time they've been tested in that. But what they're going to have to do to help the offense out of this one, you need to see an explosive play. We need to see a turnover, create a play to flip the field.
They're going to give it to Demond Claiborne, hoping he can do it. This is what you're talking about right here. Now you're going to bring up third medium at the end of the third quarter. They're going to flip the field. And Wake Forest is going to try to see if they can put this one away. Again, they've come in having lost 4 of their last 5. They've lost to Georgia Tech at Clemson. Virginia Tech, they beat Pitt. Marking the first November weekend of the college football season. Matt Berry, Dan Mullen, Harry Lyles with you. Wake Forest up 21-14. 3rd and 5 for Griffis. Just threw his first incomplete pass, and he's going to go right at the back. He's going to helicopter again, and the ball comes out. And they're going to sort the bottom of that pile. And even if they get it back, I don't know that he had enough to get the first down. Griffis is already out of there with no ball in his hands. And Duke comes up with it. They've made no ruling yet.
The ruling on the field was a fumble recovered by Duke.
How about that?
We talked what the Duke defense needed to do. They needed to create a turnover. They needed to create momentum, get field position.
And I know the whirling dervish worked once at the goal line, but that was dangerous as Trey Freeman popped it out and Aeneas Peoples recovered it.
And he's the leader of the defense, leads the team in tackles, leads the ACC in tackles. Look at the big hit from behind, pops the ball out. And this is the big play that the Duke defense, they've made the stops, but the turnover was the play they needed to flip field position.
Is now the time to take a shot for Duke?
I think so. You get into a run formation, hard play action, try to take a one-on-one shot deep down the field. They come out in a spread set, though, so let's see. Maybe they'll try it out of a spread set right here.
This team 4th in total defense, got the ball back to their offense, best starting field position. Start of the 4th quarter, down 7. They go to the ground. It worked earlier. Jordan Waters, physical on first down to Harry.
Matt, there has still been a sense of calm, even confidence on this Duke sideline with the offense. Not Mitch Griffis, but Grayson Loftis has felt confident down here. And there was still that calm, but then when the turn from the 3rd to the 4th quarter came, Mike Elko went up and down the sideline screaming at everybody, let's go.
We had talked about this team wanting to bounce back. We know they have one of the best defenses in the conference and country, and they just got on the ball back here. Gain of 5 on first, 2nd and 5. Right back to it. And just a yard there. So now 3rd and 4.
Again, trying to keep it in easier down and distance situations for the young quarterback. And they're sticking with the run game. The thing when you're only down 1 score because your defense has kept you in it, you don't have to press. And they got this field position right now, but you need to take advantage of it at some point.
And it seems to me, at least early on in that 3rd quarter, they abandoned the running game at what hadn't been so much success in the first half. And so now they're going back to it, down 7, 3rd and 3. Griffis to throw. Check that, Loftis to throw. That's incomplete. Thrown behind Samir Higgins. And now Elko's a big analytics guy. He looks at the book, reads the book, and tries to figure out the best thing for his team. And he's going to go out and he's going to punt it, which what's his punter, I think is the wise thing to do because Porter's so good.
Yeah, but we're talking about the receivers right here, and Higgins got to sit down. There was a little window there. He kind of overran it. But the receivers, you got to make these tough catches for a young quarterback to help him out at times.
So Porter Wilson to Morin, 4 second-half possessions, 4 punts for the Blue Devils. They're going to try to pin him deep and play defense. And Morin at the 10 after a punt of 37. So Wake Forest with the ball, 13-19 left in the game.
What's up, Coach?
Yeah, Troy. You're not going to start this game?
Oh. Did you just sing that you're gonna bench me to the Avocados from Mexico jingle?
Well, they make everything better.
Tastes good? They're good for you? No way. Guacamole. That's cool.
That went better than I thought. Get another tray and the kicker.
Avocados from Mexico.
Free breakfast, anyone?
Express yourself. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Express yourself. You don't ever need help from nobody else. All you got to do now. Yeah.
Impressive. Enjoy our free, fresh, hot breakfast any way you like. Only at Holiday Inn Express by IHG Hotels and Resorts.
To some folks, college football is a few humdrum hours on a Saturday. To the rest of us, it's sacred. It's a yearly pilgrimage to the hills of Rocky Top. It's having your own safe haven, deep behind enemy lines. A place to reunite with your actual family of 5 and your chosen family of 105,000. So go on then, get together, and turn all those away games into home games in a Verbo all year round. Football away, baby.
For the love of tradition, packed houses and celebration, world-class imports and Wunderkinder, and of course, Die Meisterschale. Der Klassiker, Saturday exclusively on ESPN+.
Hisense upgrade season with your host, Richard Jefferson. Confused NBA All-Star Jason Tatum.
And some guy named Doug.
For 100 points, what is your favorite food?
My mom's tacos.
Oh, sorry, Taco J. Actually, your favorite food is...
A delicious Hisense ULED TV that comes with NBA 2K24 Black Mamba Edition while supplies last.
That's not food, man.
It is when Hisense is paying for this ad.
The protein bar other protein bars wish they were. Perfect bar, packed with perfect.
Connect on a sweeter level. Kellogg's Rice Krispies Treats.
Which Mitch Griffis would show up for Wake Forest? It's been the really, really good one.
And he's been confident in what he's done. I think early touchdown run, but he started hot. Look at how calm his feet are in the pocket, getting through his progression and his reads, keeping on balance, making the throws, and then laying it out with his body to dive into the end zone to inspire his team.
So Claiborne on first down in the wash of humans. Dave Clawson, and I want to cage this by saying we understand that one of the best in ACC history, and Sam Hartman departed for Notre Dame. And a nice game there for Claiborne for 5. He said, coming in, I have, in my coaching career, have never felt more comfortable in a quarterback succession plan than what we had with Griffis after the departure of Hartman. And that says a lot about how they felt about this young man as he picks up a couple more, bringing up 3rd and 1.
And they've always said they see it in practice. They've seen it from him all the time, and it hadn't translated the game, but you're seeing it tonight. The last 2 games, he has not got to the 100-yard passing mark. He's almost at 200 tonight and looking very relaxed in all of his reads.
Last 4 games, 1 touchdown pass, 3 turnovers. Tonight, 12 of 13, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, and that is incomplete. That was the first time as we were glowing about it that he almost made a mistake that would have been costly. Freeman there. And again, Duke's defense. That's why when we go back and talk about analytics with where they were at the ball in Wake Forest territory, Elko's like, I'm going to punt it, we're going to play defense, and we're going to get the ball back.
It's a 1-score game. You look at the ball tipped right there. They were in a little spot corner flat. He's trying to rip the spot route in there. Ball gets tipped, and I'll tell you, there's nothing worse than a coach seeing that ball floating across the middle of the field.
That thing was just hanging, begging for it. Mora to punt. Calhoun situated at his 42. Low punt. Calhoun's going to have momentum. 50. And he gets into Wake Forest territory, so good starting field position for the Blue Devils, brought down by Jalen Hudson. Punt of 34, return of 6. Huge games on ABC this weekend. There will be Bedlam for the final time in the Big 12, 3:30 Eastern. And then the nightcap, 7:30, USC and Washington. And once you hit November, chaos is coming. USC was on the doorstep of 3 consecutive losses. They escaped Berkeley with a win. We'll see if Michael Penix in Washington can get back on track. We'll see if this Duke offense, led by Grayson Loftis, first start of his career in for Riley Leonard, can lead a game-tying score. It's Jaquez more in the backfield. Loftis on first down, has the time. There's the first shot of the game. Has Calhoun, and he dropped it again. That is 3 in a row for the star receiver, and that one hurts.
It does. Not an easy catch, having to track it over the outside shoulder. Perfect throw. Ran a little out and up route on it. But that's now, you feel for a guy. A guy that's been a veteran player, made all these plays throughout his career. He knows the young quarterback's counting on him. The team's counting on him.
I don't think you can keep him back. I don't think you can keep him in.
You just see it gets in your head.
Yeah. At this point,
he's got the yips.
At this stage of the game, when your true freshman quarterback just put one on, and you don't like to say it, but he's hurting them right now. Jaquez Moore, he's going to try to get some of the yards.
Hey, you're going to start getting here with this field position. Let's see what happened here. A little extracurricular activity.
You see Moore there. We're going to bring Waters in for him while we wait for Riley, Johnson, and his crew to make the call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against the defense.
Wow.
Pulling the guy off the pile, number 39. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So that gives him the yards back that Calhoun dropped.
Yeah, it ends up being a big play for him right there defensively. Pulling the guy off the pile, and you can't do it. The guys are all piled up. Guys are pushing.
That is number 39.
That wasn't pulling him off the pile right there. That was giving him the business right there. They pushed him hard off the pile. But this is the time now, though, for Mike Elko and this offense. They got to get the points on this drive and get the touchdown on this drive.
Both teams heavily penalized in their game a week ago, but so far pretty clean here tonight. Loftis lofts it. Touchdown! Jordan Moore. And how about that for the true freshman? And Moore injured.
Injury timeout.
So they're going to check on Moore. The touchdown's been ruled. They'll check on 8. And we'll come back for the extra point. And Duke an extra point away from tying it in the 4th.
Coach said, man, this coach done took over our office. And he's using it to send out medical bills. Good hands.
Hospital bill for crime. Did you just say gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Good thing Coach Prime knows about. Say it one time.
Aflac!
Because Aflac gets you money to help close that gap.
Now, how do we get this goat out of here?
Aflac! Meet one of my new homies.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
Elephant would have been scarier.
Total by Verizon is wireless that goes all in with our no-contract, unlimited plan for just $25 a line. Plus Disney Plus. What? Now for a limited time, get a free Samsung Galaxy A13 5G when you switch. Only at Total by Verizon.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show them who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
You can feel it. A force that moves everything around it. With intensity and power that comes from deep down inside. Full-time fans, your passion is unshakable, and you deserve a reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
So some good news for Duke all around. The touchdown by Jordan Moore, and Jordan Moore walked off the field. He was fine. He was smiling. He was celebrating the touchdown. We're not here to speculate, but with the way he landed, it looks as if he probably could have got the wind knocked out of him. But nonetheless, the true freshman, Grayson Loftis, perfect read, perfect throw, and a touchdown.
Yeah, and they motion the receiver in to reduce the splits, but it's quarters coverage, and you see the field safety step up on the crossers coming across. Great read by Grayson Loftis to see that safety flat-footed and lay the post up over the top. We told him he's got to hit his J's, and he's rimmed on in and out a couple times with Jalen Calhoun, but Jordan Moore, that was a swish.
That was a 6-point J. Is Polino on for the extra point. And what a game we have developing here in Durham, North Carolina. 11:40 left in the fourth quarter. We are tied at 20.
Yeah, watch Moore. Great job on the post. Sets him up to the outside. Locks his hips to the outside. Wins inside on the post. He did his job of beating the corner. And then if you look at Grayson Loftis, his job is to read that safety. That safety's flat-footed. Loftis sees the safety, lays it up over the top on the post. Little fist pump in the first start. Go celebrate with your receivers. Get the momentum, tie the game, and then your defense back out there to try to get a stop and get you the ball again.
And that wasn't any corner. That was Deshaun Jones. He leads Wake Forest with 3 interceptions, so that was their best corner coming in, at least from a turnover perspective. And this is a quarterback now, the true freshman out of Gaffney, South Carolina, making his first career start because the star Riley Leonard out tonight. The backup Henry Beelan, he's got an upper body injury, and so they had to go down to the true freshman in a game in the ACC on Thursday night to get their season back on track. And right now, we are tied here in the fourth quarter as Claiborne's going to let that go into the end zone. So now, if you're Mike Elko, Duke head coach, you've played this game about as good as you can in that Mitch Griffis is having a night, but you're still tied at 21 with your young quarterback and your defense keeping you in this when this Demon Deacons quarterback has had probably his best night of the season.
Absolutely, but Duke is one of the best defenses in the country, and they rely on that defense in front, and they've shown up when they've needed to make the big plays. Now, Mitch Griffis played great tonight, but now let's see, he's got to put a drive together to lead him to take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Hangs on to it as long as he can. Has a crease, and that's positive yardage on first down. He rode Claiborne as long as he could and pulled it for 7. Carter and Blades bring him down.
And there you see him. He's not forcing the ball on these long reads, pulls the throw, doesn't like it, hasn't forced it. He takes off running, and it's been pretty successful.
2nd and short. That'll be a first down for Wake Forest. Jamion Franklin, one of the leaders of this team, brings him down after 4.
That's a good start to the drive right here. You get that first down, gets confidence. That helps you get into rhythm. Helps the play calling, helps everybody.
Claiborne's had a nice night. They're going to walk it up again, hand it to him again. And you look at that, and you're like, well, how does that even work? Well, that looked like nothing. It was 3 yards.
What do the Duke coaches say? They're the masters of mush yards. Those are the mush yards right there. They just kind of, there's this mush of people inside, and all of a sudden, hey, it's a 3-yard gain. And those 3-yard gains lead to the explosives down the field in the pass game.
I mean, I'm going to take the compliment in that somewhere that they're the master of mush. 2nd and 7, designed to run. Duke there. Loss of 1. Now 3rd and 8. The Duke defense has done it all night long. They immediately get to the nickel package to get in to try to confuse Griffis right here. They're going to show him different looks. They've blitzed. They've done the drop 8. This is where it is. If Griffis, if you want to be a core, you want to be the guy. This is the conversions. Your 3rd and 8, these 3rd down and 8 to 10 yards, you got to drop back. You got to make the throw. You see, they're going to try to confuse him. Everybody up at the line of scrimmage right now. Let the bluff and come out. Tate Carney in for pass protection. Griffis. And he's getting on the spot. Looks like he's got it. No, they moved it. They kept walking back. That's not going to make Dave Clawson happy right there. I was watching the first spot on the far side. He had moved past the first down. Let's see. He's down now. Yeah, he's down. Yeah, he's short. They got the spot right. Yeah, the official on the Wake sideline had him past the first down marker. The official on the Duke sideline had him short. And the Duke sideline won, and the Duke defense won. So more on a punt. And another big stop. You know, Calhoun hasn't had a problem with the punts. He fair catches him. He's safe after a punt of 43. The true freshman comes back out. Tie ball game, 8:45 left in the 4th quarter.
Hey, everybody, let's take a picture.
This one's better.
Wow.
Get Google Pixel 8 free at T-Mobile.
Olive Garden's Never-Ending Pasta Bowl is back, which means the never-ending pasta you crave is back. Starting it with our never-ending first course? Well, that's always been here. Never-Ending Pasta Bowl starting at $13.99 for a limited time.
It has always been a dream for me to design an engagement jewelry collection. Together, these rings are a perfect pair, bound together forever, just like a bride and her one true love. They are the most powerful symbol of love that exists.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and an entree with sides starting at just $10.99. Wait, $10.99? Oh, someone's gonna get in trouble for this one. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Let's get real clear. If you have psoriasis and are experiencing joint pain, it could be psoriatic arthritis. Both are believed to be caused by excess inflammation inside the body. Get real with your dermatologist and ask about Real Clear Skin today.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Whoa! Touchdown, yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
To know hockey is to love hockey. The NHL on ESPN and ESPN+.
This is the beginning of a new era.
It's going down, down, down. It's a college game, and we're coming to your city.
The story tonight here in Durham, Riley Leonard, star quarterback, out tonight now with a toe injury. You see the boot on his left foot. Henry Beelan, backup, out, upper body injury, which brings us to the true freshman, Grayson Loftis, Gaffney, South Carolina. He got the ball. He has it now tied 21 apiece, 8:45 in the fourth. Now he's slinging it, and Calhoun, how about it? Gain of 19, Loftis showing off his arm, and Calhoun, maybe he finally gets rid of the shank.
And that's the catch we've been expecting to make. Contested catch in coverage, helping. Look at the throw right over the backer's head, right on time. Great throw, great read, putting in a tight window.
And let me tell you, that's trust in Calhoun from the quarterback and the coaching staff to run him back out there with the night he's had. And now a 1st and 10. This drive is fully activated now. Off the left side. That is Waters.
And that's trust they have in Loftis to do that. They're doing these with drop-back passes and saying, hey, when you're a young quarterback, is there this situation you want to be in and say, all the guys, to get to this level, that swagger that you have to have, the confidence you have to have, even though your night hasn't been great, hey, it's the fourth quarter, we're backed up, give me the ball, put it in my hands, I'm the guy, I want to go win the game.
Worth pointing out, second quarter, Duke got the ball with 8:10 left and went 14 plays, 75 yards in 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Got the ball right around the same time here, and they're off and running early. Here's second down. Waters going to try to get physical. He picks up 3.
They'd love nothing more than put that long drive together right now to try to finish this game off, take the lead late in the fourth quarter. But big stop right there. The way defense has come up and responded all night long, making stops when they need to. You see, again, they're going to get their nickel package onto the field right here to try to confuse and give it a different look to Loftis. See if they get some pressure and come after him, and make him get rid of the ball quickly and make a mistake.
They're showing pressure. Big third down. Pressure comes. Loftis overthrows Calhoun. Covered by Jones. Pressure was there, and Loftis couldn't make the completion, and now Wake Forest is going to get the ball back after a Porter Wilson punt.
And that's what you want to do. You want to get pressure on the young quarterback, even though it's man-to-man, force him to hit this. This is a little timing route on the stop route, but he hasn't had all that time with these receivers and that familiarity, all that experience of hitting those timing routes against man pressure.
So Taylor Morin
almost fumbled that right there.
Yeah, it was not a clean exchange. Morin at the 13. And a punt of 49.
Now here's the analytics. These punting going back and forth. This was almost a disaster. You look at him right here. Oh, whoa, that would have been scary.
Lesser athlete would have dropped it. I mean, it's cold out tonight. That ball changes.
It gets slick now.
Slick.
And those kicking balls aren't always, they kind of try to sub in a kicking ball every once, and they're a little slicker. They're worn down and rubbed out. But now it's Griffis' turn to come out here and his chance to go win the game. But you see these coaches playing the odds, kicking and playing field position, playing old school football instead of anybody trying an analytics crazy go for it on a fourth down situation in their own territory.
I love it. Rely on your good. And right now, the good has been Duke's defense. And Griffis, for his night, has been good. They're going to start with a throw on first down. Back shoulder attempts to Banks. Executed well. Caught.
Rolling over the field is the catch. Catch for the first down.
Good job, Banks. You see him right there. He's their contested catch, the big receiver right there. Gave him a shot. Did he control it all the way? Got it. I think looked like there was a slight bobble when he hit the ground, but I don't know if that's enough.
The catch is under further review.
And with 6:14 left in the fourth quarter, I reckon that's our first review.
Well, let's see. It looks like it's going to be. It looks like pretty close. Looks like he held on to it, bobbled a little bit, but I think he's got that right there.
Man,
hate dusting.
Then get you some Easy Does It dust spray. Now in Pinson.
Who are you talking to? These guys seem really good at endorsing. I don't know if I'm at that level yet.
Level up with a 2023 Nissan Rogue. Go Rogue in a Nissan Rogue.
Come on, you got this. Joe's Iced Tea of UCLA.
Quench your thirst. The brew. I can't.
Yeah, that's fair.
To give your teeth a dentist clean feeling, start with a round brush head, add power, and you've got Oral-B. Round cleans better by surrounding each tooth to remove 100% more plaque for a superior clean. Oral-B, brush like a pro.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Good choice. My lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach. Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
To Noah, you always lend me your fleece when we go hiking. I promise this one is just for you, for wherever our trail may lead. Next time, I might even let you reach the summit before me. Love, Lizzie.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? Oh, right. The Home Depot app is made for doing that doesn't miss a beat. So you can find what you need fast and keep things moving in the right direction. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
Lunch?
Yes, please.
That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
It is for our Economy Ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, cash or card.
For water?
Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro. Check it out, made with titanium.
We do have free movies with the purchase of headphones.
I'll just use my iPhone.
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Let me show you what goes on behind the scenes when making a Shaq-a-Roni.
Bust it.
We created Shaq-a-Roni my way, an extra-large pizza topped with extra cheese and extra pepperoni. It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger. Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-Roni.
Our replay official, Jeff Roberson, through Riley Johnson, our referee, have determined that the play called as stands. So will be a first down to Jamal Banks. Call to completion, stands. 1st and 10, Damon Deacons at the 33. Penalty flag, play fake, caught. And that's Keyshawn Williams. Will check the flag. For now, gain of 13.
This looks like it's going to be another lined up in the neutral zone.
Offside, number 19 on the defense. Penalties decline, results of the play, first down.
And you say another because we've seen that a couple of times. That one, Vincent Anthony Jr.
Yeah, just really trying. Yeah, defensive line coaches all over the country. No, they're gonna crowd the line of scrimmage and really press it as much as possible. This group's calling it tight tonight. And they got to make that adjustment on the sidelines.
Is that the defensive version of the left or right tackle always getting a millisecond start on the snap?
Because
that happened.
Hey, it's that strategy. The O-line's trying to cheat further and further back. Picked it up, moved it forward a little bit right there.
That was advantageous, yeah. So 1st and 10. Ball to 47. Claiborne. Averaging just over 4 yards a carry. Picks up 3 there on first down. 5:40 left in this game. Tied at 21 apiece. Wake Forest has lost 4 of their last 5. Duke comes in on a 2-game losing streak. Both of these teams want to jumpstart November on their way back to a bowl game. Ball spotted right at the 50. Quick pops outside to Williams. Can he make a defender miss? Uses the stiff arm. Run out of bounds by Chandler Rivers. And a gain of 3. So now that brings up 3rd and short.
It's a big 3rd down right now, but you're in that 3rd and 4 makeable area. You've seen they've run that spot corner flat a couple of times. Again, this is a situation where you like to bunch the receivers together, so it's hard to match them in man-to-man and see if you can create some rub-pick combinations to get guys open right here.
Under 5 to play. Griffis. Time. Soft over the middle, and that's going to be a 1st down. Caught by Cameron Height. First catch of the night, gain of 7, move the chain.
And look at the patience in the pocket. This is where they're talking about his feet. Reading it to the left, resets, come back to the 3rd receiver in the progression, hits the spot of the ball, moves the chain.
Trey Freeman makes his 11th tackle of the evening. Griffis, it's intercepted! The pass was tipped, and Ryan Smith opened his hands, looked, and there was a football in it. Unbelievable.
They were trying to double move to take a shot deep down the field after that 1st down conversion. And that just slipped out of his hands right there. We talked about the ball slip in your hands. You just see Griffis goes back to throw it, and as he's going to throw, it just slips right out of his hands.
And you saw Griffis was the first one there. He let go. He's wearing a glove on that hand. He's the first one there because he knew the second he let it go.
Yeah. We just saw it slip out of the punter's hands, and that comes. Oh. Big play, big turnover. Getting the Duke defense, though, making the big plays they need.
Need that glove more tackified.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Now what can the true freshman do? Grayson Loftis an opportunity. Hands the ball off. 1st down. Has been working all night. Flag on the play as Waters gets past midfield. And anytime you see it there, it's coming back.
Holding. Offense number 53. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Brian Parker.
Yeah, we're in the counter play, and he's pulling around right there, I think.
Because of various injuries along that front, Brian Parker slid in over at left tackle.
Yeah, he's the left tackle right there, right at the point of attack right there. Gets up on the backer. On the gap scheme counter play, goes inside, he climbs up to the 2nd level and just gets a little pull. That's right at the point of attack. That's right. Doesn't seem like much, but that's right in the vision of the referee right there to make that call.
So now 1st and 20 for the young quarterback. Moore remains in the backfield. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. 3:45 left in the game. They just hand it on 1st down. Brought down immediately. Kevin Pointer, who's had a nice night. Loss of 1. Now what are you doing? As you see Moore, he's been kind of banged up.
Don't let him make a mistake.
They're going to throw. And you see him right away. He's a young quarterback, so if the first guy's not there, he's thinking, don't turn the ball over, get some yardage. Brought down by Hayes.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that decision for the young quarterback. He understands at this point of the game where they're at. He's looking, didn't like the read, didn't think it was a clean picture. He knows they have a great defense. You know why? Because he's been probably going against them on the scout team most of the year. When you're the 3rd-string guy, you're going against that defense a lot. So he knows their defense is pretty good. I know I can trust them to put them on the field.
This will be an interesting call, 3rd and 13. Waters in the backfield. Paisley in motion. Loftis. He's going for it all. Has a receiver. That's going to be pass interference. Intended for Jordan Moore, and that is Deshaun Jones. He knew he got beat. He looked at him, pushed him down. There was no drama on what that call was going to be.
Pass interference. Defense number 10. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
And you love the trust they have in the young freshman right there. Just an inside fade, not a complex route for the read. Saw he had man-to-man, saw he had the look. They created the motion to see if he was going to get the matchup he liked with man-to-man. He had it. Confidence read. He laid it out there where it was kind of his receiver or nobody is safe throw, and they get the pass interference penalty to move the chains here. 2 minutes left, though, so they have timeouts. They still have the ability to run the ball and take their time on this drive.
And that's a great point. Confidence in a 3rd and long situation as Jalen Coleman, first time he's been in tonight in the backfield. Ball at the 48. And they're going to give it to Coleman. He's got a crease. Left side, good gain, first down. Brought down by Carson. Gain of 6. Now at 2 minutes. All 3 timeouts in Wake Forest territory.
And that's the truck play that you heard Coach Clausen talk about halftime, where they're going to block down with the tight end and pull guys around, a pin and pull play, or people will call it. But you can still run the ball because you have timeouts.
2nd and 3. Again, it's the fresh legs of Coleman and a first down Duke.
Clock will stop here momentarily as they move the chains. You know, right now they're thinking, okay, where do we got to get to? We're about 15 yards away from what I think everybody coaches. I got at 25, and we get the ball to 25, we expect the kicker to make it.
25 plus the 7 for the spot, the 10 for the end zone, 42 yards would be with that length. 1st and 10. They're going to keep riding Coleman on the ground. And now you wonder about the timeouts for Duke.
Surprised you're not taking one here, because you're going to start getting close on some of these plays with the common yards. You're going to see them go quad here empty.
Down to a minute. Opposite side of the quad. Thrown, and it's caught. And that's going to be a flag on top of the reception. Jones threw down Higgins after he had the first down yardage, and that's going to be 15 on top.
Just a mental error you cannot make it. Smart play, you get into the quad so you get somebody singled up so you can see if you just have the one-on-one out there to your receiver. And Jones, you just can't do that.
I mean, that's the 2nd penalty on Jones this possession.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense number 10. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Jones has given Duke 30 yards of offense on this possession and 2 first downs. That would have been a first anyway, but 30 yards of offense total.
And that's going to be, now they're comfortably in field goal range. And obviously, as Mike Elko, you'd love to get the touchdown right here. But also with how you run the ball and the type of team you're built on, and with a young quarterback, you know, I'd expect them. The issue is you're going to start seeing Wake Forest use their timeouts right now to save time, try to get the ball back.
With 52 seconds left, though, you're saying that they're not going to eat up some yards, eat most of the clock, get it to the middle of the field?
Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
Young quarterback now.
That's what they're going to do. But Wake Forest is going to take 3 timeouts. So they're going to be able to they'll try to get 10 seconds off the clock, force Wake Forest to use all 3 timeouts, and set up the opportunity.
That would be trust beyond belief in a young quarterback. That's like find someone to trust you like they trust Loftis.
Yeah, I mean, you just see him pointing at the clock right now. Now, the interesting one, the clock's going to start right here. They're telling him, let it run down as much as you can here.
I mean, you've got 20, the whole...
And there goes Dave Clausen calling the timeout right away.
He figured it out that with the first down.
30-second timeout, Wake Forest, first of the half.
So that was great coaching. You saw Mike Elko right there, because it's first down, the clock's going to run.
Yeah.
Get to the quarterback, say, let that clock, hey, we'll let it run all the way down, and we'll do it on the next one. We'll center the ball and get ready to go. Dave Clausen saw he was going to do that, forced him to take that timeout. But now they can now run this clock down because of that first down. They only have 2 timeouts left. They're going to be able to run this clock down and kick the field goal as time expires.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. I wanted to get in there with you. Give me the math as a head coach now. What's the math in your head with 44 seconds left, first down and 10 with their 2 timeouts?
So it's first and 10. They only have 2 timeouts left. So they can burn off all of the time on this clock right now. They'll take a quick timeout after first down, quick timeout for second down, third down, let the clock run all the way down.
If your Waters protects the ball, and he does just that, gets to the middle of the field, you're going to want to put your field goal kicker in a good position. That's a good way to start. So that's the second timeout for Wake Forest. And I don't mean...
They have one more, and that'll be right after this.
And I don't mean
to... Wake Forest, 30-second timeout, second of the half.
I don't mean this offensively to head coaches, but is the math... Is the math in your head, or is there someone mathing with you in the headset?
You're going to look at a head coach. One head coach went to Williams, the other one to Penn. They have the math. They know this math, these two. But as a head coach, that was always something. Either you are completely the math guy, or there is one guy in your staff, usually being the offensive coordinator. Even when, as a head coach, I did it. When I was an assistant with Urban Meyer, he was the guy hey, you're the guy calling the plays. You run the math for everybody on how we're going to do this. I'd be shocked to see him run a play. I'd see take a knee right now. They're going to take a knee. We saw this earlier in the year. I think you just take a knee twice and you kick the field goal.
We've also seen someone not take a knee.
Yeah.
Second and 5. So they trust Waters. He dances his way up there. All right, so he's down. Third timeout, gone.
Yep, and now... Again, wait.
Now you bang your knee if you're Duke.
The problem
timeout.
with running a play.
Wait for us. Third and final of this half. 30-second timeout.
Problem with running the play here, it could bounce. You could get it to a hash. You get the ball not where you want it. I mean, this is a center. The ball's pretty much center. That's why I like take a knee right here. You want to go. I would take the knee. You let the clock. Duke, you have your timeouts. Mike, I'll go take the knee right here. Let it run down to 3 seconds. Fourth down, run the kicker out, the kicking team out there. They practice this all the time. Get back in the winning ways, get bowl eligible, run on the field, celebrate with a game-winning field.
And it'll be Polino, Todd Polino, the kicker.
This gets into math discussion, though. We haven't seen Grayson Loftis under center much all night. So
here. Did they practice this?
He's no problem. See?
There you go. See,
right. See, you say, it's easy.
It's easy. They did that through the walkthrough this morning. They did their final walkthrough. All right, so here comes all the clock.
He'll get it down to 3 seconds. You'll see Michael take the timeout at 3 seconds to make sure this is the last play in either the game or regulation.
So this will be for Polino.
And you see right there, and it's, the difference in the game, and we talk about...
Timeout.
Duke.
First of the half, 30-second timeout.
Their defense played great red zone defense, and the red zone has been the difference. The two possessions that Wake Forest has had in the red zone and come away on short fields off a turnover and another red zone possession with a missed field goal.
So Todd Polino now sets up for a game-winning 27-yard field goal. Polino 1 of 3 on field goals from 1 to 29 yards this season.
That should give him confidence in an announcer right there saying you're 1 of 3.
They put the stats up. Look.
Well, it's better than saying he's never missed from this distance.
So Wilson to snap Duke's 2-game losing streak. Snap, clean, kick, up. Duke wins.